Yo, what's up, Tabby? I saw in the Discord you ordered some food. What'd you get? How's it going, MD Soldier? I decided to go live a little bit earlier just because we're at 3,999 subscribers. And I just wanted the stream to be live. I know it might tick up to 4,000 soon, and most people probably won't be here yet, but it would be cool to get this on the stream, you know? It's a bit of a special moment for me and for the channel here, and yeah, a little bit of an emotional day for me. Oh man, it ticked up immediately. Oh wow, 4,000. What's up, everyone? How's it going? Emma, hi, joined the Discord yesterday. Here I am. Yes, glad to have you. I just downloaded this mod last night. It really changes how you approach dungeons because dying means starting over. Yeah, Vox, I just fooled around with a little bit of it, not too much. It's really exciting, though. I like it a lot already. And I was reading there was like a fair bit of criticism, I felt like, on the Nexus page for it. Fair criticism. Nothing mean or anything, but from what I've played for it so far, I really like it. What's up, Malantor? Welcome in. Congratulations. Thanks, Vox. Lots of food, pizza, pasta. Nice. Congrats. Thank you, Tabby. Congrats. Thanks for showcasing my mod. Yeah, no problem, Smack Dragon. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. You know what I really like about it, Smack Dragon? I like how there is like an element of shelter building, which is a lot different than the other survival mod that we have, or we've had for a very long time with Climate and Calories. Your mod's not just, you know, another similar survival mod. It has its own take on how to do it, which I really like. Congrats on 4,000 subs. Thanks so much, Emma. Pretty keen for this mod. Tried it a bit last night. Didn't make it too far, though. Thanks for covering it. Yeah, I was just making sure basically that it worked. And it is kind of funny and intense that you can't just save whenever you like. And you need to have travel options with it, which I think is fine. Basically, everyone uses travel options these days, right? Marcel, what's up? Welcome. Been trying to get into this game since the 90s. For some reason, it's finally clicked. That's awesome. Since the 90s? Wow, yeah. That means you tried it long before I did, actually. Was it like the Unity version and the mods, Marcel, that got you into it more? It's all standard fare from Valheim, Minecraft, DayZ. Yeah, that's true. But, you know, it's something unique to Daggerfall now, and that's exciting. I didn't actually get into everything, Smack Dragon, but I did see from some other clips and stuff that eventually you can kind of build a shelter that's pretty sizable. The workbench stuff, I've played other survival games, so I immediately think of like Conan Exiles when I see that stuff, just for me personally. That's the one I put most time into. But yeah, we just never really had something quite like that in Daggerfall. And I think this is a really good option for people that... I really like Climate and Calories, and we've had it for a very long time. But it's one of those mods that, you know, it doesn't have a lot of customizability options. And so there's some aspects of it that people don't love. And you can't fine-tune that to your own preferences, right? So having another kind of survival overhaul mod is great for people that, you know, are looking for something a little different, or, you know, it's more their preference, the way you captured it. Do you also need it if you don't fast travel? I guess not, Tabby. If you plan to never fast travel, then I don't know if you do then still. I would guess probably not. You would just be you'd be forced to walk on foot everywhere. Although, Tabby, another option people could do, I guess, is could always use the console command if you really don't want to do that. If you have useful console commands mod, you could do something like fast fly, and that kind of captures your fast travel. You could just kind of pretend like you're fast traveling, I guess. But yeah, I would guess it's probably not necessary if you're never going to fast travel. I hope this mod replaces Climate Calories for me. Yeah, I know a lot of people would like to have some options for survival stuff, and this is going to be perfect for that. And, you know, it has its own way of capturing it. You know, it's got differences. It's not just the same stuff, so. I love Conan Exiles? Yeah, me too. I actually put a lot of time in that game. I haven't played it in a while now, but when I first got into it, I put a lot of time into it. I've been playing it actively since the demo days back in 1995. That's crazy, Mountor. I was a little too young back then. I was around, but a little too young. I actually didn't get into Daggerfall until like 2 years ago myself. So I'm new school. Ran this in tandem with Climates and Cows. Oh, together. Interesting. Just for the cold and heat mechanics. Gotcha. Offered by that one. Seems to integrate fairly well together. That's cool. I didn't know that. I guess it makes sense. You don't have two like hunger meters then, MD Soldier? Have you played the... Oh, okay. Yeah, I use a mod list called Daggerfall, yeah, by the server Supreme. Plus, I added this mod, Dragon Riding, and the 2 new combat mods by Dragon Hex. Yeah, that's cool, Marcel. Daggerfall is really popular. I keep hearing a lot of people mention this to me in my streams and in my comments and stuff. That's awesome. It might be one of the most popular mod packs these days, I feel like. I just keep hearing it. I don't really hear by name other mod packs too often, honestly. So that's really cool. This is the best Daggerfall channel. Thanks, Space Beads. What's up? On the platform. I'm about to get back into it thanks to all these mod showcases. That's awesome. Always makes me happy to hear that. And welcome in. Yeah, I've been streaming a lot lately. Which is, it's been fun. I really love streaming. I didn't realize I was going to like it so much before I did it. But it has definitely been delaying my normal videos. But, you know, it's kind of funny. I mentioned earlier, but I actually think streaming is a great format for mod showcases. And in some ways, it might be better than doing a video for mod showcasing because, you know, I get to do deep dives for like 3+ hours and I come across stuff I wouldn't necessarily think of doing for a video. So it's kind of funny in that way. Funny enough, this mod was making my horror mod scarier. Losing progress if the monster caught me really added to the panic. Building a campfire outside once I escaped felt awesome. Yeah, that's sick, Vox. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Vox is a really talented mod author himself, and he's working on a bit of a survival horror-y type of mod where you gotta survive through a dungeon. I don't want to speak for him because I don't know all the specifics, of course. But yeah, it looks very cool so far. I think Conan gets a new update. I've heard that too, Tabby. I sometimes just see it from like the Steam page. I think it's been over a year since I've actually played it, though. It was fun, though. Even just the single-player stuff is mostly what I did. Yeah, and Smack Dragon in the chat here is the mod author of the mod we're looking at today, which is called The Long Road, if you're interested. If you guys like survival mechanics, this is, yeah, this is going to be sick for you. I like the live stream format for mod showcases. Yeah, I do too now. I didn't realize I would when I first started streaming. I think it's really good, though. It's cool. We can all sort of experience it together. And this is another time where I'm sort of a little bit in the dark. I haven't looked at too much of what this mod offers. I just made sure it worked, and I built my first campfire, so I figured out the mechanics and stuff a little bit. But a lot of it will be new to me as well. It was dungeon only, if I remember correctly, and the dungeon featured wasn't Privateer's Hold. Interesting. Yeah, I would love to see the demo for that. Hello, Shpan. Yo, what's up, Yuval? Welcome in. Hey all, my 1.0.7 release yesterday added some HUD settings and an attempt at climate and calories compatibility. That's really interesting, Smack Dragon. How does that work with climate and calories? You just choose which hunger mod you want, which thirst mod you want, or something like that? Or, what's up, Necronut? More survival mechanics? Yes, it's gonna be cool. And some just unique takes on the survival stuff. It's actually got a fair amount of differences with climate and calories, so it'll be a good alternative for people that are looking for something different, or, you know, there's certain survival mechanics that you like more than others. If you're not a fan of like the clothing stuff with the rain, where you got to cover up more, and if it's hot, you have to take more clothes off. If you're not a fan of that stuff, this survival mod, I think, will be more your style. Didn't seem to cause major mechanical problems running in tandem. Perhaps a bit spammy on warning messages for hunger/thirst, though. Gotcha. Respect to the mod, the author for UI fixes? Yeah. I would assume you load climate calories first. Yeah, that I would think so too. And let the mod overwrite it. Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably what it is. According to a quick search, it was apparently the 1995 October demo sent a unique dungeon called Pit of Jagata. That's interesting. I wonder if any form of that dungeon actually made its way into the final product. Probably not then, if they went with Privateer's Hold at some point. All right, let me post this. Oh, I think I already posted this in the Discord. Yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord as well, I'll put a link here. It's pretty chill, and there's not too many features right now. I'm still learning the whole process here with Discord. It's pretty confusing for me, a little bit, with like the permissions and stuff, but I'm slowly getting better at it. And I just post my announcements. I also have my full mod list there, and I have it in the mod order. So that's pretty cool if you guys are interested in that. It was definitely different to Privateer's Hold, yeah. Yo, what's up, Jimmy the Caveman? Welcome. In my opinion, in games, it's just a countdown. I wonder if it could be disabled for more Zelda Breath of the Wild experience. I've actually never played Zelda, so I'm not familiar. How do they do it there? Let me get rid of this thing here. Yeah, I've actually never played any Zelda game, believe it or not. That might be sacrilege in the gaming space here. All right. Let me make sure Twitch is live. Yeah, Twitch looks good. You guys can also, if you prefer Twitch or just want to follow me on both, you could do that. Shpan_. I always try to do like a dual stream, so you guys got the option. And yeah, I think we can start checking this out. We got some people in the chat now. I do just want to say real quick, guys, 4,000 subscribers is a crazy, crazy milestone for me. I'm always grateful for all the support. I actually remember when I first started Daggerfall videos, I guess now it's about like a year and a half ago now. I think April of 2025 was my first Daggerfall video, and I think I had 10 subscribers then. So seeing 4,000 now is just honestly hard to believe for me. And yeah, a huge milestone. So thank you all very much. And it's really cool that I could share this moment on the stream. It was super close. Once I saw 3,999, I wanted to go live. So yeah, very cool. Thank you guys. All right, let's get into this. Let me put this screen off here. I actually got the game already fired up. All right, I'll catch up on chat a little bit. As long as it can be configured and kept for those of us that really, really like hunger in games, yeah, I'd have no complaints for more configurables for other tastes. Yeah, I feel you, Necronut. I've been reading a bit about creating mods for Daggerfall. Seems complex. Can you imagine a tool for visual scripting and object/terrain placement like RPG Maker? How awesome could that be? Yeah, Yuval, that'd be insane. I really don't know too much about modding actually in Daggerfall. I tried a little bit, and making quests is actually very simple, but a lot of other stuff is very hard. You're really easy to listen to. You deserve it. Thank you, Vox. You're welcome, bro. It was really hard to sign up for all these accounts. Yeah. Congrats. Thanks, MD Soldier. Yeah, and so here is what the camp looks like here. And I'll probably have to refresh my memory a little bit. There's some interesting things here. First, you cannot fast travel with this mod on at all. So it already is pretty intense. You have to do either travel options or you have to just walk on foot in real time. So I highly recommend travel options for sure. Yo, what's up, Shpan, my dude? How's it going? Welcome in. Copernicus. You have the water mod back on? Yeah, I do. So I actually turned off Living World, yesterday's mod showcase we did. And actually, if you guys are interested, Living World just got updated. And I think it did some bug fixes. I checked the change log, but it didn't actually... it didn't detail exactly what bugs were fixed. I don't think. I didn't notice it. So yeah, it might have fixed compatibility issues with some stuff. Ships work still? Oh, cool. Yeah, there's ships as well. Yeah, that's a good point. SmackDragon, yeah, you guys can also still travel on ships. So, you know, if you get to ports and stuff like that, I guess, or do you even need ports, SmackDragon, or could you just take ships anywhere? But yeah, travel options is, of course, great for this mod. when you're traveling in accelerated time, all of your vitals, like your hunger and your thirst, will still pass. So, yeah. And I got a... there's some new like text notifications that'll come up on the bottom here. When I rested, I immediately got either... Oh, okay, so there is kind of some form of fast travel. Okay, cool. All right, it's actually not as restrictive as I thought then. Yeah, the load issue is okay. Animated water up and running again. Oh, cool, MD. That's good to know, yeah. All right, so that's fixed. Yeah, actually, when I first installed yesterday's mod, I couldn't load my save, actually. It's kind of interesting. The long road seems really cool, but I'm going to wait to see how CNC compatibility shakes out. Yeah, that's fair, Base Beans. I'm actually just running this alone because I just want to see the mechanics for itself. And actually, something that's very cool, guys, is when you fire up this mod, it actually comes with a long road field guide here. And this is actually very interesting because there's some new options here that you'd want to reference. And you don't have to constantly go to the mod page itself, which is what I really like about having an in-game book like this. Because, you know, there's a lot of different recipes here. And how to even interact with stuff is a little different than how Daggerfall usually does it. So, you know, there's the E button, which is used a lot, whereas Daggerfall, usually it's the left click for stuff, right? So, yeah, it's a good idea to read this a little bit, just to get an idea for the basic stuff. What's up, zombie? Tap E at a burning campfire to cook and craft, and then you hold it to smother the flames. So I already rested. And yeah, as you can see, you press E, and then some of your stuff comes up here. You got your bedroll, which is 2 animal pelts and a pine branch. Got wilderness tent, 4 animal pelts, and 2 pine branches. And then your workbench. I don't have any field stone yet, and I'm not sure how to get it yet. I'll figure that out soon. And then, of course, you can cook whatever meats you got. I actually just killed that bear. So, successfully cooked 1 cooked meat plus 50% hunger. So, I'm kind of curious. I'll check something real quick. Yeah, so the cooked meat goes into your inventory. It's not immediately used. And I wonder if it has a time that it spoils. Attack boulders for rocks? Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know if the cooked meat spoils or not, but that's cool. You could bring in your inventory and hold on to it. Yeah, I was noticing if you just cut into some of these things, you'll gather pine branches and stuff. So, oh yeah, I got field stones right there already. Yeah, so as you go around, you actually do gather resources like this, which is pretty cool. And a lot different than what I was expecting. And I don't even know how you managed to get this to work, Smack Dragon. But, you know, even this is very different already than climate and calories. You know, it's really doing its own thing. So, yeah, it's cool. It's a really good alternative for people that would prefer this style. Let me catch up on chat here. It's crazy how many mods have been made recently that do almost exactly what I've been hoping for in this game. Yeah, me too, zombie. I don't know. I feel like every day, at this rate, I'm never going to get back to my Let's Plays. Because it's just like every day I feel like some cool mods are coming out. And yeah, I meant to actually showcase this a little while back, but then a lot of the big other releases were coming out and stuff, and I just didn't have the time. I wanted to put this originally in my recent video, but then I thought maybe this is better to actually show on stream. And one sec, I just want to make sure my Twitch stuff is working all right here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks good. I kind of want to lower this as well. It's cutting off the chat a little bit. How do I do that? All right, that's better, I think. Yeah, now the chat's not cut off. And let me fix the text then as well. We'll make that a little bit smaller. All right, that's much better. Okay, and you guys can see a lot better as well. All right, everything looks good then. Let's see. Grok 4.6 and Fable 5. Gotcha. Oh, nice. We can woodcut too? Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is cool. You can woodcut, gather stones. Only small issue I ran into was switching offhand disabled HUD. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, I see that. That might be an intended just hotkey here. I don't know if there's in-game settings. Let's see. Oh, there is. Cool. Show bars. Oh, you can also just remove it like this. That's cool. Message style. Oh, you could choose also where it shows up. Okay, so you got the native yellow text. That's what you're kind of used to in Daggerfall. Or we could also have them showing up on both. I actually like the new panel, so we'll try that out. The bar position. Oh, I didn't realize there was in-game settings. That's cool. I think auto looks good. No need to offset it, and then bar scale. I thought it looked fine as well on the size, so that's good. Yeah, so let's actually check out what else we can make here. I have enough for this now. The workbench is interesting. I need more pine branches. Oh, I need 2 iron. That's what I need. Okay. I didn't like Climate Calories Hunger. The Hunger seems a lot better. Yeah, I haven't played too much of Climate and Calories in a while now, actually. I think my last playthrough with it was a few months ago. I don't remember how the Hunger felt, like, off the top of my head. But, yeah, this one looks good. It's not going too fast. All right, we got 1 iron now. Nice. I actually made this character survivalist. I made a new character finally, so I won't have a janky, messed up save file. Got some firewood. Right, let's look for like a rock or something. Oh man, a custom widget. Nice to see. I hate guessing when I needed to eat and drink in the other one. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice actually. Yeah, I like having it like represented as specifically, you know, a percentage there that you can just see. All right, I also do need water, so I wonder how this works. Let's refer to the field guide here. This looks like Minecraft now. Yeah, it is kind of cool having, you know, this type of survival mechanics. You can build that kind of sandbox if you like it. Rainwater is not drawn from the earth. Bandit soldiers and orcs sometimes carry a flask, slaughterfish more often still. A well in a shack or tower yard gathers a flask every 12 hours, up to 10. Okay. Drink it as it is or boil it at the fire. Interesting. In town, the inn will sell you drink. Okay. You can keep attacking the same rocket tree. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Smack Dragon. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. The hunger and climbing calories always seems kind of random to me. Food spoils really fast, and I kind of just did it at random. And if you have rations, hunger never seems to be an issue. Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that the food spoils. Like, basically any traveling you do, the food will immediately spoil. For me as well. Reinhard, what's up? Welcome. It would be nice if the trees and stones got removed. Oh, that would be super hard, I think. Maybe if someone had a mod, like the 3D trees mod or something, and it gets, like, registered. I mean, yeah, of course, that could be cool, but that sounds hard. Yesterday I showed Daggerfall Unity. My girlfriend, she called it Minecraft. Now she's slightly less wrong. Yeah. Yeah, every day we got more mods to kind of customize the game as you like. So I actually can't get rainwater, huh, from the earth. That's interesting. So bandits, soldiers, and orcs sometimes carry a flask, and then slaughter fish more often. Okay. And then wells and shacks we can look for, tower yards, and of course at inns, which means I'm going to run out of water soon here. So we'll have to think about that. Let's see what else is here. Pelts come from butchering rats. That makes sense. Bats, bears. I saw that on the bear. Yeah, it'd be cool if shrubbery and rocks got removed after attacking them. I tried and failed to move. Oh, you already tried Smack Dragon? Yeah, that sounds like it would be hard to figure out. Fieldstones come from boulders. A good blow yields 2. Right. A nugget of iron hides in the rock as well. Okay. Do not swing at a living foe and expect stone. Alchemists will still sell iron if the wilds are stingy. Okay, that's cool too. Making camp. I figured this out already. I hope a lower timescale does not mean that you need to eat and drink more. Oh, interesting, Tabby. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Tap E at a bedroll, tent, or crafted bed to rest. Hold E to pack camp gear or a decoration. Oh, cool. Decorations? Interesting. So we could tap E at the bedrolls. Hold E on a structure wall to take the building down. Okay, so a prompt will ask you to confirm, so a stray look at the boards will not pack the frame. Gotcha. Click E on bushes for berries that contain water. Oh, cool, Smack Dragon. That's actually very useful. I would not have guessed that. That's cool. All right, let's actually try that. Okay, cool. See if we can find some of these. all run around. I am in a snowy area as well. Let's see, maybe the... Man, it's really cool how it reacts to this. Like, you know, you see this boulder here, and I don't know how you did that. So Smack Dragon, in your mod, it's able to detect that this looks like a boulder here. That's really crazy. Maybe a bug, get some more iron and build a well. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, that's even better. Man, we're already going to be building up our shelter here. That's actually what I'm like most curious to see. I really want to see how the structures look and shelters look. Yeah, there are named billboards with a hitbox. Oh, okay, that's so cool. Yeah, I thought these things were like not going to be possible to do that, so that's crazy. Yeah, we'll definitely build a well then. That's cool. Man, how cool is this though? It's just so cozy to be gathering resources out in the wild like this and crafting. All right. Oh, pure water, rainwater. Oh, I need one rain. Okay, I got you. I see how that works. And then hearty stew. Oh, that's cool too. Berries plus water. We can make like something that gives more hunger, I'm sure. Successfully crafted one workbench kit. Place it, then tap E to craft kits. Yeah, so this is really cool. How do I do that though? I think it was I think I remember in your field thing it said perfect mod for T-Boos. Yeah, absolutely. The cozy atmosphere keeps me coming back to this game. Me too, Emma. It's yeah, very, very cozy this game. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, I might have it in my inventory. Yeah, okay, yeah, perfect. That's what I thought. Oh yeah, so look at this. You actually get like an interface for placing this, you know? And it's just so familiar. If you guys have played other survival games, it's just such a nice vibe like this. We could put our crafting workbench down. This is so crazy. All right. And then we can get to work. Look at all these recipes here. And something I love is that not everything here, I think it looks like, not everything is like necessarily a perfectly functional thing, but he mentioned decorations, you know, which I love. I like when mods have options that not everything needs to have like a functional gameplay reason for existing, but instead can have, you know, aesthetic reasons or just decorative reasons. And that's what we got here. So we got beds even. We'll have to hunt some animals, which, yeah, I found a bear earlier, so I did have one pelt from that. 80 field stone, that's crazy. Stone tower, yeah, so this is like a proper shelter, guys. It's not that the only thing you can make is some beds and tents, but you actually can work your way up to like towers, actual structures. Howdy do, what's up, Valentine? Mouse wheel to rotate placement. Oh, gotcha, Smash Dragon, thanks, that's good. Use it from your inventory, yeah. Can you break down the camp or is it permanent? That's a good question, Tabby. I think I saw that you could break it down. We'll have to test that as well. All right, we need the well. So we need 8 field stones and 4 pine branches. I might have that. I do have that. Cool. All right. The stone tower would be nice. The hut would be... I mean, I'm going to try to get to that today. We'll see. Hold E to remove any objects. Okay, cool. So you could break down anything then. Storage chest, we can make our own field bases. Yeah, I guess so. For the storage chest, I don't really think we need a storage chest because furnishing goes to a wilderness shack or stone tower. Oh, raise the plant first, then decorate within its yard. Okay, so I think we can't just use the well right away, right? We need 80 fieldstone, 24 pine branch, and 8 iron. That's not too bad. We could do that. Should we try to rest real quick? What's funny, guys, is we can't save unless we rest. If you try to save, can you do it? What happens? Oh, you can save now. I thought I couldn't save unless I rested. Oh, okay. Never mind. Was that like in a... Oh, now I can save. Do you have to build multiple shelters or does it become something that pops up on demand? Like, oh, that's a good question also, Base Beans. Yeah. You have a tent so you can save. Oh, okay, cool. So as long as you have a tent, you can save. As long as I'm close enough, that's why that happened, right? Oh, I like that a lot better. Okay, that was a good call, Smack Dragon. I was thinking, oh, now this is really cool. You know what, guys? This just made me think of. Now, if you're using this mod, right? And let's say you set up your camp, and let's say there was like a dungeon entrance right here, right? Then the only way to save is to actually leave the dungeon, right? Which is pretty cool. Bedroll save too? Oh, okay. Maybe you could place a bedroll in a dungeon? I'm not sure. Yeah, I also wonder, if I bring down this tent here, does it just go back into my inventory and I can place it somewhere else? Or do I lose all the resources on it? This mod reminds me of a survival game in the early 2000s. Some log fences would be nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. Wow, survival game in the early 2000s. Wow, I didn't realize they were that old. I always think of them as kind of like a modern genre. Though I'm sure there was like a bunch that were still back then as well when it was less popular. My 22-year-old... Sheesh. We have to skip the cursing. Even if the world is big and empty, I much prefer that realism and atmosphere instead of the tiny 3-mile-wide playground they give you in later games. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere of Daggerfall's open world is one of its best parts. One of its greatest appeals is that it's not filled with points of interest, you know? When you're out in the wilderness, you actually feel out in the wilderness, you know? Isolated, the atmosphere's thick, the mood is heavy. Bedroll save too, yeah, okay. If you could mark your... Would be awesome if you can mark your camp on the world map. That's cool too. Holding E picks it up, yeah. So you don't lose when you pick up your place items. Cool. That's awesome, Smack Dragon. Is that also the case for the like the stone tower stuff? Does it work that way for everything? The isolation's unmatched? Yeah, for sure. The water is moving? Yeah. It's also kind of moving in different directions, which is kind of weird. Yes? Okay, cool, yeah. All right. So just need to be in proximity of your tent or bedroll or any other bed, I guess, to save. So that's cool. All right. So we're actually going to work our way up towards getting the stone tower plans. That'll let us build a well. And it doesn't look like it's that hard. This feels like a real genuine adventure. Sorry for the course later. You're good, zombie. All good. Yeah, let's see what else. We got paintings. We got mounted torches. So I guess when we get the stone tower, the mounted torches will be really cool, right? We'll put those on the interiors. Hanging lamps, hanging plants. Oh, looks like there is a crate. Is that like proper storage? I wonder if that's proper storage. Build a wilderness shack instead? Gotcha, okay. Oh yeah, that's way easier, right? I need 2 animal pelts though, so I think a good way to get animals to spawn for me is actually to rest. So let's just get some more iron and stuff real quick. Build wilderness shack? Yeah, wilderness shack is cheaper. Yeah, it makes sense. We'll work our way up towards the stone towers. Man, I think this is really cool, Smack Dragon. I'm really a big fan of the differences you have here from Climate and Calories. And a lot of people, even my stream, like 2 streams ago, we were talking about housing and stuff. And how there's so much, you know, cool potential developments that modding can maybe do for that stuff. And this scratches that itch a little bit for me. We'll get some more pine stuff here, too. What about the mushroom? And these things don't go in my inventory, right? Oh, they do. Oh, wow. They actually have a weight. Oh, man, guys. I was not expecting this. I thought the mod would just take care of it on its own. But no, as you can see here, it's actually in your inventory. It actually has a weight, too. Look at my weight here. 397. Do I have God mode on? Is that why? No, I don't have God mode on. Is the weight just kind of not really affecting your weight? It's just there for some reason, like maybe with how the mod has to function for creating an item maybe or something. Wilderness Druid RP is enhanced with this mod? Yeah, for sure. It could be cool. I'm actually thinking about using this as well for that playthrough. That playthrough is like, I feel like every day I have to rethink like how that playthrough is going to be because of all the mods I keep releasing. If you can't get the pelts, just build the tower, I guess. Okay, yeah. I think I can make animals spawn by resting a little bit. But yeah, then I'll run out of water, right? What's up, Van? I bet if you set something down, it will suddenly make you over-encumbered. Yeah, that might happen. I was just thinking that, actually. If I unequip my weapon, maybe I can't wear it. You can craft from your wagon. Oh, you can craft from your wagon. Interesting. I don't know if this character doesn't have a wagon. Let's give this character a wagon real quick. Let's go open shop general real quick. We'll take a wagon. We'll take a horse as well. Why not? So I can craft from my wagon, huh? Oh, you're saying I could put the stuff in there. Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so guys, you could just place your stuff in your wagon, and this will still count as resources that you can access for crafting. That's cool. Tell me that Bear Rose isn't a druid name. Yeah, definitely feels druidy to me. Oh boy, I have a mod that gives debuffs the more you have in your inventory. Yeah, it's actually cool. At least we can craft from the wagon. That'll make it manageable. It wasn't actually over-encumbering me, though, it looked like. Maybe it was, and I didn't notice. Your stamina's going down fast? Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe it was. That makes sense. Or rather, pulls from your wagon, yeah. All right, so what else do we need, then? We need more iron, and we got enough fieldstone, I think. Can I place the well in the wilderness shack, or do I need a tower for the well? Still have to figure out where to get the wagon. Yeah, any general goods store, I guess. If you're doing like a survival mode like this, I don't know. I guess you'd have to... You would be low on resources to try and like immediately get to a town or something. Either, okay. It actually might be easier for us to make the stone tower. It actually is easier, just because we don't have any animal pelts. We got the stone tower. Okay, this is gonna be sick. Wait, should I take this down? Let me save first in case I have any issues. Knowing my mod list, I might always crash. You may have enough. Yeah, exactly. This is crazy, though. Oh man, it's gonna be. Look how huge this is. Where do we want to put this? Let's make it a little bit closer to the shore. Actually, let's head this way. We'll move our workbench closer, also. All right, by the water like this, we got a nice little view. Man, look at that, guys. That is beautiful. Man, that looks awesome. I'm very surprised that this is going to be able to be decorated. Look at this. Got a second floor, a third floor, no way. And a roof access. Yo, this is cool, man. Man, that's awesome work. Yeah, see, this is just so different than climbing calories. It's a totally different experience. Yeah, this is something I don't know. The fact that this is all craftable, I was just not expecting this in Daggerfall. I saw one of the screenshots. It actually looks even better in game. And we're definitely going to decorate this thing with some lighting and a bed on the inside. Let me move my extra stuff here. This legit feels like Minecraft. It really does. All right. So, oh yeah, cool. So just, excuse me. If you hold E, you'll pick it up. It'll go back in your inventory. And I'm going to put it in the house, actually. I can finally have a base in the wilderness. Yeah, man. I'm actually excited. This is going to, like, I don't know. I'm going to have to make a playthrough just focused on this. Like, I actually made this character survivalist. I wanted a fresh character for this to make sure everything was good. And, yeah, this is really cool. I can imagine so many role-playing options with this. How late am I? What's up, Glenn? Not too late, actually, but we did craft our first building here. And look how amazing this looks. You have free range to put it wherever you want in the wilderness. And we still got a lot to do to decorate it. We got to make some light sources and stuff. And we can move our workbench kit here on the inside. All right. And there's a ton of recipes for decorations here. That's crazy. I think I'll add this mod to a future playthrough. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to have at least a character that's like mostly focused on this survival stuff. And I don't know. I'd have to think of what kind of role-playing concept I want to do. But yeah, this is going to be sick. If we have multiplayer mod, we can play tower defense in Daggerfall. Yeah, Tabby. We'll combine that with like the Doom Feud mod or something. Everyone can siege each other's towers. Yeah, I was going to ask you, Smack Dragon, are there any other, like functional or like uniquely functional items? Because I see you have a book here, 2 parchment and 1 twig. Is that going to spawn a random book in my inventory, like from the actual pool of Daggerfall books? And is the pot for later recipes? Just kind of curious if there's a couple other uniquely functional stuff here. Some of these we can already make. We can make a standing lantern, I think. Yeah, we can make a hanging lantern. Okay, this is cool. We can also... We'll get some more animal pelts here. Chest work, most things are decorations. Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. The surface of the shelter is strangely reflective. Yeah, could be a light. I do have my own light source on. I got a torch on. You could take this off real quick. Yeah. So, looks real dark without it. And we can actually set up our own light sources, so I won't need the torch soon enough. Man, this is cool, though. All right, let me place some of this stuff. Let's place the hanging lantern. Man, I've never seen this like interface in Daggerfall, you know? I'm so used to how Decorator Mod does this. I've never seen one that feels like this, you know? It really does feel like a Minecraft or Conan Exiles or, you know, any of those survival games. All right, it's hanging pretty low. The ocean head hides an unexpected sight. Oh man, we get attacked here? We're getting attacked, oh man, by harpies? You gotta be kidding me. There's no way. Oh wait, you know what? I don't have a bow, do I? I don't have a bow, that's crazy. Hold D on the lantern? Okay, yeah, we'll test that. I don't think I can fight these guys. I might have to put on the god mode. That's kind of cool though. Yeah, the material's not even effective. All right, for the sake of the mod showcasing, we're gonna have to do a little cheat here. So harpies don't have pelts. That makes sense. You're encroaching on their territory, yeah. They're defending the homeland. Damn, this is awesome. You can live anywhere in DFU now. Yeah, this is honestly, I know in like a few streams ago we were talking about you know, having housing mods where we can put them where we want, or what's it called? Mods that would let you like flag a building as your home, but this is actually functionally your own home that you could actually decorate. You know what I want to test real quick? Okay, so the decorator mod does not work in this. That would be really interesting if entering it flagged it as a player home, and then we also had access to decorator. I don't know if that'd be like super hard to do, but just a random thought I had. I blame Shpan for the addiction. I'm shocked I'm at 175 hours and counting for an old game. I think I'm close to 1,000 on Daggerfall Unity now, which is crazy. Part of that, though, to be fair, I do record a lot of content, of course, so not all that's playing. All right, so I think a standing lantern. Let's try what this looks like as well. This is kind of cool. We could place this... Okay, yeah, we can actually just place it outside as well. I'm going to put it in the corner by the stairs here, just to give us a little light. I might move that later. Let's just test some stuff here. We got, let's see, a skull candle, candlestick, standing candle, standing torch. We need oil, okay. And if you're ever confused about what you need to do or how to make a certain thing, also, maybe I'll eat let's eat our cooked meat here. All right, now our hunger is 100. That's good. Oh, I got the well also. I got to make the well. And we need a door. Oh man, we got a huge list here. Interesting. Is there a mod that makes them travel in packs, or is that native behavior? Oh, Erland, what's up? Welcome in. I think that is from Warm Ashes, actually. So I think it was actually just a Warm Ashes encounter. Yeah, so I think they just kind of... I was close to the water. I think that's what spawned it with Warm Ashes. And we need windows. Yeah, we got some windows here, but I wonder if we could decorate them. Decorate only works in player homes as far as I know. Yeah, Reinhardt, I think that's correct, I think. Yeah, anything that counts as a player home, so the actual houses and your ship. I think that's it, actually. Wait, you're already at 4K subs? What are you going to do to celebrate, if anything? Yeah, Glad. I don't know. I had a short little thank you speech in the beginning of the stream. But when I went live, it was already at 3,999. So I went live a little bit earlier just so that we could be live for the 4K. But yeah, I don't know if you guys got any ideas for a way we could celebrate. The live stream's a cool enough celebration, just hanging out with you guys. You know, that makes me happy. Chatting and testing out some new mods. How does it interact with vampires? This mod, yeah. Oh, interesting. You're right, because like feeding and stuff like that, right? I haven't made windows yet. Okay, gotcha, Smack Dragon. Let's see, make my own mod. The best you guys could ever get from a mod from me might be like a quest mod, because quest mods are actually doable. They're not too bad. All right. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up. We need oil, so let's test how we do that. Oh, first I want to put the well. Yeah, check this out, guys. I can actually place the well. Let's put the well in the corner here. Against the wall. Oh, man, my wandering NPCs, guys. From that mod from Linebeck. That's funny. They actually are coming over here. That's hilarious. Where are you guys going? All right, where are you headed? A letter for Midwick, sealed tight. Don't ask me what's in it. Did I just get a letter from her? No, I didn't. Okay. I don't want to mess with them. All right, so now we can drink. The well's dry. Water gathers here with time. Okay, cool. Makes sense. It's not just a free infinite resource. Celebrate with the Discord Daggerfall multiplayer run. That would be cool. Does the multiplayer mod work then? Do you guys actually use it? Anyone? Oh, outside for the well. Okay, that makes more sense. Let me move that real quick. All right, so we actually want to move this outside, which makes a lot of sense. Let's place that like here. Wow, you know, it snaps to the walls. Not actually snapping, but it just looks good in the walls like this. All right, let me get my campfire out of here. We'll have to rest soon, too. All right, we got that stuff. The structures have an allowable build radius around them, so you can place the well outside. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot more sense. What's your mod list, bro? And do you have a guide, step-by-step install guide? Yo, what's up, Obi-Wan? I actually, in my Discord, just posted my full mod list in like screenshots. If you go to the info part of my Discord, I have that. And yeah, I actually I did the pictures so that they're actually in the right load order for you guys. So you shouldn't have any issues with the load order either. Yeah, oh, a nearby deer ran away. I could have maybe hunted something for some pelts and for some food, which we need. I haven't seen it used, but it may still have sync issues. Gotcha, zombie. Yeah, I haven't seen it used either, actually. But yeah, Obi-Wan, you can check that out on my Discord. I don't know if you guys need the link. I could post the link again. But I posted my full mod list, and not every mod is active all the time. That's all to keep in mind, though. But yeah. Excuse me, I just came in. Building a Daggerfall. Yeah, what's up? Cool. Yeah, this is crazy stuff. We're just checking this out for the first time. It's actually my first time seeing it, too. I'm looking at it for the first time with you guys. And we built up with enough resources our first tower, which you can place anywhere in the wilderness. It's absolutely insane. And we're building our decorations. We got a workbench here. And look at all these different recipes. And if you're ever confused, you can refer to the Long Road Field Guide, which can explain some of the recipes to you. I'm kind of curious how I can make oil. How do I make oil here? We also want a door. So pine branches, iron. Okay, so door is pretty easy. Storage chest we also want. That's also pretty easy. Chairs, tables. Like, look at all these decorations, guys. So how do you deal with hunger and thirst in cities? Taverns? Yeah, you can buy food and drink, it looks like, from taverns. Yeah, you can buy food and drinks from tavern keeps, and it restores hunger/thirst. Adamantine Tower, something like that. What's up, Glek? Welcome. It does look like adamantine, doesn't it? Sleep and ink, does that say? On the long road, your journal only keeps as ink where you can safely rest. Oh, interesting. A rented room, your own house or ship, a guild hall that grants lodging, or a camp bedroll, tent, or bed you have placed. Very cool. Stand near that shelter and the ink will take You need not sleep. Okay, lie down if you wish. Your progress is still recorded when you wake. Okay, so let's quickly, real quick, let's do a little bit more resource farming here. My mind is blown that the game can actually register this as a boulder. And you could sit on the same one if you guys want, but I like moving around because it's kind of cool little role-playing thing. You'll get field stones, you'll get iron from these. The Sims edition, yeah. And from trees, you can grab pine branches. And I'll try to capture berries again a little bit. My stamina and my thirst is getting a little dangerous here. Alright, let's see if we got enough to craft. I'm going to put my campfire outside again. Oh yeah, I can't actually rest. Yeah, so let me actually just build a bed. First thing we need is a bed here so we can actually sleep. Oh, I think for the bed, maybe I need... oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, I need 3 animal pelts. Oh, no. We don't have animal pelts. You're going to add drinking from the lake? I think water is too scarce. Yeah. Actually, maybe my well has filled up a little bit. Oh, no. It's still dry. Oh, no. Yeah, all right. Give me 1 sec, guys. I got to also cut the chat overlay on that. All right, let's ban this guy. There we go. Yeah, I gotta let the chat overlay slowly get rid of that. So the chat overlay will come back once the chat's moved up, you know? Yeah, crazy. I've been getting some more trolls these days. Unfortunately. All right, it's all right. We got them banned now. All right, let's save here. Yeah, sorry, guys. All right, let's... Yeah, I can still put my tent down, which is cool, so I could still rest here. And, oh, I don't think I have a campfire, so... I forgot how to make a campfire again. Let me check this real quick. Yeah, it's kind of annoying when people do that when I have the chat overlay on, you know, because then it actually shows up on the video. The one really good thing about YouTube, though, is that as soon as this live stream is done, it takes me 30 seconds to... It takes me 30 seconds to, you know... what's it called? Blur it out. So it's super fast. Use 5 sticks for a campfire? Oh yeah, right. I can do that from the inventory. Yeah, okay. That's right. That's how it was. So am I going to live here if I... if I try to rest? I might have to make some of you guys mods soon. How do I do that? Who can I make a mod right now? I hate burdening some of you guys with like a responsibility like that, because I know if you just want to chill out and not actually be watching, you know, it's kind of annoying if you feel like you have to, you know, sit around and be like paying attention to the chat all the time. So I don't know, if there's a couple of you guys that would be interested in being a mod, then that might be a good idea. Yo, what's up, Pumpy? Yo, check this out, Pumpy. We just built our first structure here, and we're going to be decorating it. We're getting our resources up. It's absolutely crazy. Can you camp inside dungeons? Yo, what's up, Bino? Hi, all. Congrats, Shpan, for 4,000. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, really cool. I'm glad that it happened live on stream, too, so I could share that with you guys. Probably a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask in the Discord and see if somebody wants to mod for the channel. Might not be the most fun thing. Yeah, our thirst is getting low too. We might die. So let's save. I think also just because I also can't get the berries, right? The berries are another source of water. Yo, Tabby, no trolls allowed in here. Well said. Thank you very much, man. I feel like you've been really supporting the channel a lot these days. Thank you very much. It's very generous. Let me give you a little heart in the chat as well. Is there a mod for building like walls or other things like that? What's up, Lion? For building walls, there's the decorator mod, which does have like fences, but it's restrained or restricted for your player home. So yeah, you can't put that outdoors. This might be the closest type of thing we got right now. I don't know all the things that are craftable in this mod yet, so we'll have to check that out. I enjoy my chill times as a normal viewer since it's midnight on my end. Good luck finding some mods. Yeah, Reinhardt, totally understandable. I'll have to ask in Discord or something. Congrats on 4K. Sorry I missed the milestone. No, you're good, Pumpy. Thank you very much, though. Yeah. It's actually funny. The stream started, like, at 3,999, so it happened, like, immediately. So, yeah. Definitely, like, a ton of people were not in yet. So could I die in a... Oh, check out the traveling NPCs as well from the other mod. Can I die mid-rest if my thirst dies? Or my thirst gets to 0? I'm kind of curious. Oh no, we got visitors. They want to come in. Yo, check that out. He just gave me a bunch of stamina. Oh no, we got a werewolf. They really like your house? Yeah. All right, we're too weak to do this, so let's, maybe he has a pelt? Oh, that would have been so cool. Could you imagine? Imagine this wandering NPC also filled up my thirst. That would have been sick. How do you know which tree you've mined already if it doesn't disappear? I think you can just keep mining the same ones, Glenn, if you like. So you don't really have to worry about that. It's now a powerhouse, yeah. You do a new playthrough, all these cool mods. What's up, KMC? Yeah, I'm going to have to. I don't know what the idea is going to be, but we're going to have to do something. There's just so much cool stuff that's come out. And now totally new role-playing ideas are possible. And yeah, you can only save when you're next to your bed here. I need animal pelts, though. So actually, this is what we can do, guys. We can spawn in some animals, of course. Let's try to get a few here. I'll drag them away from our house. This level of Gorge, right, for a brutal edition? Yeah, and some mods that make it even more so. All right. Oh, yeah. Make sure to put your stuff in the wagon. It gets pretty heavy. All right. I think CM3 might be... All right, we need bears, okay? All right, let's get some bears here. And get some raw meat. I guess I could also do this for the water, right? Because certain enemies can hold water. So I probably could get water this way if I wanted to. Oh, you can eat the yellow berries. Okay, sick. Oh, whoops. Let's put this back in. So I can use this. Oh, really cool, guys. Yeah, that gave me like 20% thirst. All right, so the berries looks like will restore your thirst, and that's another option if you don't have your well working yet. We'll also have to test how much can I sleep now. Let's see. And how much water will I lose? You wake up when you're too thirsty and hungry and can't rest if it's too... Oh, okay, gotcha. So you don't die in a load screen like that. Daggerfall is winter and therefore snow, which ought to provide water at campsite. Yeah, Masters, that could make sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Shpan, do you think a massive multiplayer mod is possible in Daggerfall? Would be my dream come true. I think it is, Eskar, and welcome. I think that's the first message I saw from you. I think it is possible because we have something already that's pretty similar. It was in the works for a very long time, I think, and I think it's been kind of abandoned, but there was a multiplayer mod actually out there. But yeah, I think it's been abandoned, and it feels like I've never like ran into any viewers that's actually tried it out, and I've never tried it out myself. But if we can get it working, I might do it on the stream actually, which would be really cool. Be a dream come true? Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. I'd love to play with you guys. All right, how do we get this guy to leave? This way, my friend. You're trespassing. This guy's not a pre-rendered thing, so I don't think I could even fight him. Alright, we got a new roommate. Coding that would be painful? Yeah, I could imagine. Assuming that could be coded with too much paid. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I can never speak on coding stuff. The Bloodfall and Dagger Blood gets the job done pretty much. Throw some dramatic death in. Yeah, I like dramatic death a lot. I like how it interacts with killer instincts because flying enemies will actually fall out of the sky. It's just as painful to watch as it's exciting. Yeah. Can you buy water bottles for traveling? Oh, I don't know. That might be in the field notes. I think there is like a... Oh, there was something like that. I think he mentioned, actually, in the field notes that there is some kind of water skin thing that some enemies can hold on to, and you can find them. I think that's what I saw. I could be wrong about that. Imagine if we get a Daggerfall MMO mod one day. It would be incredible. We'd have to be playing it on stream for sure. All right, let's do a little cooking here. Let's cook the raw meats. So we got one of those now. And I think we can safely rest now. Though, I guess I don't really need to. The only thing that would be good about resting is getting the well to react to the time pass. So let's rest just for like 4 hours and see what happens. See how thirsty I get after this. Alright, so it looks like 4 hours cause 20% thirst. It looks like. Which isn't too bad, actually. I like that. I like when the survival mods aren't too punishing, so you're not constantly feeling like you have to micromanage everything. Alright, so we got animal pelts now. We can make our wooden bed. Let's place that upstairs. Alright, we got a bed now. And guys, for anyone that's just coming in now, check how cool this like interface is now. So I've never seen anything in Daggerfall like this, you know? Like a proper like placing mechanics like this that are really very similar to survival games. Oh, whoops, let's turn that around. So I can turn this around. Yeah, look at this. You could even rotate this. Like, how crazy is this? I'm not sure which way's forward still. All right, we got it. And now I can click on it or press E and we can use it. It's functional, you know, we can rest here. It's crazy. And man, it's, you know, it's got a roof access here. Oh, I see an animal. Let's go. Go, go, go. We can hunt that thing. That vantage point is awesome. No, a nearby deer ran away. You guys saw that? It was there for a second. And there goes the bird. Oh man, we got to make a bow. This is crazy. Quick question. The water skins, I believe, come with calories. Are they possible to integrate to use to drink from? I die with multiple water skins in inventory and die from thirst. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So someone turned Daggerfall to Minecraft. Looks like it. Eric, what's up? Welcome. Imagine Decorator with this kind of interface. Yeah, base beans. That's immediately what I thought of. And also, I just wonder if it could be combined with this, you know? Maybe somehow, I know it's not an interior cell, and I think that would be why it's hard to code. But imagine entering here triggered like the player home coding or whatever. That would be very interesting. Yeah, that would be cool. So, oh yeah, let's also check our well now. So about 4 hours passed. Okay, the well is still dry, so it takes a lot of time for the well to get up then. That's okay. I can see some boats in the distance there. Man, this is cool. All right, let's do a little bit more resource gathering here. We have a lot of stamina now, so we'll be okay. Does gathering resources like this as well make thirst go down any faster? Or hunger? I wonder if like exerting energy, or if even just running, does running and jumping do anything to hunger and thirst? But yeah, believe it or not, guys, the mod is able to detect these, like, nature flats here. I don't know how it does it, but if you attack a rock, you will get specifically field stones and boulders. And if you attack trees, you will get the pine branches. So yeah, I don't know how that works, but it works. Exertion doesn't do anything? Okay, gotcha. That's cool. Daggerfall and Minecraft are basically game engines at this point. The amount of mods you could put to change the game is mesmerizing. Yeah, for sure, Escar. It's, yeah, it's pretty amazing. I feel like Daggerfall, more than ever, is just like your own personal sandbox RPG. Build it the exact way that you enjoy sandboxes. Magic, yeah, it just works, guys. All right. And yeah, as you can see, you do have to be within like close proximity of a bed. And let's actually test that. Can I save next to this bed? I can, cool. So any bed you can rest. I mean, you could save next to, and also rest, of course. I love seeing that ship in the distance. Yeah, that's from Warm Ashes. And those ships can be boarded. Sometimes they have merchants. Sometimes they have pirates. You can actually siege them. And you can also bury the ship into the sea by breaking it down. It'll slowly sink if you successfully siege it. The sieges are actually pretty challenging, though. You either want a crew or you want to be a pretty high level. Daggerfall Unity is using the Unity engine, but I get your meaning. It's becoming a platform to build upon. Yeah, exactly. Man, what do we want to put on the roof access here? You know, if the decorator mod, you know, has things like a telescope as a decoration. It has things like animal pens and stuff. Like, you really could do cool stuff if it. That must be so hard to do, though. And also, by the way, whenever I mention stuff like that, that's not me. I don't want to sound ungrateful to any mod author or anything. I'm just talking for the, you know, excitement and fun of it all. But, yeah. Ideas like that could be cool, of course. Let's actually place this outside. By our, yeah, that looks good. This guy does not want to leave us. He got trapped, I think. So I was wondering also, Smack Dragon, if I move this tower... does everything else that's already placed inside there collapse back into my inventory, or does it stay inside with it? My ships were always empty for whatever reason. Oh yeah, Zabimex. Did you have Warm Ashes? Because there's a couple different mods that do ship stuff. Come Sail Away, of course, is another one. Detailed Ships is another one as well. You gotta pick up the items in the tower first? Okay, gotcha. That makes sense, yeah. I've only added about a third of available decorations. That's crazy and exciting. I feel like a massive world like this would be good to turn into some kind of MMO. Yeah, for sure, Eric. Even just a nice little multiplayer mod for us would be a lot of fun. We could all play together. Okay, so cannons would be fun. Cannons would be crazy. Yeah, that would be a perfect fit for Warm Ashes, like high seas options. This is just crazy, though. You have all three? Oh, interesting. Huh, I wonder why they would be empty then. That's kind of weird. That sounds like maybe a bug, actually. All right, so we're running out of water again here. And the well, I think... All right, the well is still dry. It's probably been around like 5 hours. So the well at least needs more than 5 hours. I could probably just, for the sake of testing and stuff, we could open an alchemy shop and get some berries, probably. Oh yeah, we got a good assortment here. Berry. I wonder if a cactus can be consumed. Just curious. We'll do a little testing. Oh, I forgot to actually buy it. Yeah. I just closed out. We got a berry here. Grab the cactus and then select buy, of course. Because that's a very good mod. I see what you did there. And I respect it. Let's see, can we use this? Okay, we can't use the cactus. All right, let's put some of these in our wagon as well. All right. Prickly, yeah. Try consuming holy water. That's a good test. Where can I get holy water? From general goods stores, do you think? Maybe pawn shops? I think there is a chance it could spawn in a general goods store, right? But also a pawn shop might do it. Yeah, I think a pawn shop might be more likely. I'm seeing a holy candle. Let's see if we can find holy water. Reason in this economy. Hey, there's a holy water. Cool. Let's try this. I would be surprised if this works. I don't know why it would, or if it even should. Nah, it doesn't work. Okay. All right, we got some thirst though now. And let's head over to the workbench. Let's see what else we want to make. Let's get a door. We definitely need a door. A reinforced door. You know, this makes me really feel like I'm playing Conan Exiles and I'm going to get a siege on my house here. Could I also have 2 different wells going? If I got 2 different wells, will they restore independently? That could be kind of useful as well. Let's get a chair and a table. Why not? We need more ingredients for the table? Okay. So, skull candle? Yeah, let's get a skull candle as well. We'll have to do a little bit more farming. What happens if I place the well on this guy? Will he move out of the way? Nah, he's blocking it. Oh, actually, was he? Yeah, he was. Okay. I actually have no idea how to despawn like a moving NPC like that. All right, we got 2 wells now. That's cool. Okay. We can also cook a little bit of our raw meat here. Does cooked food spoil at all? What's the most OP stat in the game? Speed? Yeah, I would say it's either speed or intellect, depending on the build. If you're a martial build, it's speed. If you're a magic build, it's intelligence for sure. They're both extremely strong, though. You just saw travelers in the water? That's, Oh, yeah, they're going for a little swim. What's up, guys? I don't want to risk another encounter. Or someone coming to my house again. We already got 1 new roommate here. But yeah, speed for martial is just extremely strong. It's everything you want. The most important part about speed is it lets you enter like an aggressive hitbox range and then walk out when the attack happens. And then you can get back in and punish. So you basically can fight any fight in this game if you got speed. Do you die if your thirst goes max? That's a good question. Food does not spoil? Okay, yeah, that's good. You gain a dehydration to debuff and slowly lose health. Oh, that's cool. I like that. So it gives you some time to try and get some water going. All right, let's put our door up here. Let's see how this functions. Yeah, it literally snaps. I don't know how you managed to do this, Smack Dragon. This is crazy. But yeah, it's snapping to the door frame, guys. And look at that, man, it's so cool. It's kind of funny. Some of these interactive things are actually functioning a lot different than vanilla Daggerfall. So I'm sure everyone here knows how doors look when they open in Daggerfall, and it's not like this. And instead of left-clicking on it, like you would with a normal Daggerfall door, you actually press the E button like everything else to interact with this mod. Oh, we got travelers. I see them from my window. I'm not interested in what you're selling, guys. No one's home. She sees me. Shut the lights off. Wandering Traveler is actually really cool with this mod, I gotta say. People can visit your home. And because there's encounters sometimes, some of them could be like a secret lich or a vampire. What happens when both meters are empty? That's a good question, too. Can you put fire in the house? Yeah, cool. I think there is like proper... Oh, man, they're trying to get in. I think there's proper... let's see. Razors, fireplace. Yeah, so there's a proper fireplace. I need sulfur, though. I don't have sulfur. You can craft a fireplace and place oh, you can place campfires in as well. Let's go do that, then. I'm closing my door so no one gets in there. Walk in, climb the stairs, hold E on a wall. Oh, what did that say? Does that pop up in my notes here? No, it doesn't. Okay. Fireball them? Yeah, I could do that. I don't think I can hit this guy. He's a little bugged out, I think. That's creepy. Yeah. You can't rest without camping, right? Does it make dungeon crawling more punishing? I think so, Yuval, yeah. And you have to be next to a bed to even save. So you wouldn't be able to save in the dungeon if you didn't have like a bedroll or something. So that's kind of interesting too. Like, having to leave the dungeon, like, let's say we placed our camp right outside of a dungeon entrance. That's kind of cool, right? I like that a lot. I might even if you can put the bedroll in a dungeon, I might try playing like a playthrough like that where inside the dungeon you don't actually save because you can only save at your camp. That'd be cool. Wait, the creator of the long rows on the stream? Yes, that's Smack Dragon in the chat here. He's helping us out, helping us figure it all out here. Wait, let me catch up on chat. My bad, guys. I missed some comments, I think. They want to spread the word of Juliana's. Hello, this mod looks really wild. What's up, Christian? Is it only a DF mod file or other injectors for files too that need to install? No, it's just a DF mod, so very simple stuff. It's great. It's working perfectly right now, and it's really not like anything else. This is the first, like, I don't know, proper survival mechanics. Climate and Calories, of course, has some survival mechanics, but this feels like modern survival games, right? With all the crafting and building. But welcome in, Christian. Does your own house show up on the map? Oh, that's a great thing to test. Let's see. Do we actually see our own house? I thought it did for a second, but that's just Privateer's Hold. I can't scroll in anymore. No, I think not. Not at the moment. Maybe even its own location on the world map. That could be cool. I haven't been able to get homes showing on the map yet. Working on that. All good, of course. Does this mod work with the boat and fishing? I'm not sure. There's also the foraging mod that would give you another way to get some fish and stuff, right? There's a lot of different mods that allow you to capture fish. I wonder if they all can be cooked. I'm not sure or not. What you do in this mod, though, when you want to cook is you grab your campfire and then your recipes can show up here. So, I don't know. Are those three stuck as well? I think they are, Tabby. We might have to... Yeah, they're getting so confused by this thing. There's no way to make them come here, and I can't actually hurt them. We're going to have a whole... Eventually, like, all these people are going to keep showing up, right? Hi, thanks for checking out the mod. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm loving this right now. Oh my god, I love your buff. Yeah. Feels very modern. Absolutely, yeah. It's, again, it's another mod that's breaking new ground for Daggerfall. It would be very hard to compare this to anything else. Alright, we got, I crafted something else. I crafted some chairs and stuff. So let's put a chair by our workbench. Oh, you know what's funny? My, let's tilt this a little bit. Oh, I got it the wrong way. You can also use the scroll wheel to actually turn these items like this. Like, how cool is that? So I can have, like, get a nice little vibe here that I was just sitting down working. You know, it's funny. I can't test it right now because for some reason I messed up my sit and loiter mod. But if you guys have the sit and loiter mod, you might be able to sit on these chairs. They look like they should be capable of doing that. Walk in and climb, hold E on a wall to pack the plans. Pack the plans? What's that? Oh, pack the plans, okay. Furnishes stay where they are. The frame will be taken down, furnishing stays where they are. Oh, interesting. But, no, we don't have to do that yet. We might have to move out with all these neighbors. These nosy neighbors hanging out here. What else did we grab? We grabbed a hanging lantern. It hangs pretty high. I wonder if okay. This is probably better outdoors, maybe? Like hanging from something? The corner, maybe? Can't believe I'm still playing Daggerfall and it's just as exciting as when it first came out. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like for me, this is the most exciting time. It's even more exciting than like my first 50 to 100 hours. Yeah, we got a third floor and a fourth little rooftop here. I wonder if I can just disable the wandering NPCs for now. Traveling NPCs. We can just drop their spawn chance. That's also fine. I don't think I could actually, like, I can't despawn them probably now that they're out here, right? What's stopping me from building an evil mage tower? What's up, Sandstorm? Absolutely nothing anymore. You actually can accomplish that. You can park right outside of like a a haunt or something else. We'll probably move this in a little bit. Oh yeah, I could also, let's pick up the campfire. Oh, I guess I didn't have to do that, but I'm just kind of curious. Can I make the campfire inside? I don't have any ingredients. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Let's go farm a couple more ingredients here, guys. My first 50 to 100 hours was in the demo on Benny Island. That's sick. I think it was PC Gaming Mag Disc or something. Got a hex editor and took the time limit out. That's so awesome. Man, you were ahead of your time then. Castle Necromie. It'd be cool if you could make a marker for your build on the map. Yeah, that would be cool. For sure. We got a veteran here? Yeah. Structures have an exclusion radius between themselves. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. We're just going to get some more pines here. I'm also going to try using the E button to see if I can get some berries. We'll get some more stone. Yeah, guys. As you can see, if you just chop into the random air here, you're not going to get anything. Somehow this mod actually makes these have like a registered thing. The mod knows that you're hitting a tree here, even though it's just like a flat that I can't interact with. So that's some interesting stuff there. It'll know this is a stone. Well, I guess these are pine trees, right? Yeah, or something. It'll know this is a stone though. First check after that, I went and bought it. Nice. Yeah, I want to pick up a physical copy of Daggerfall for myself, just to have as a little cool display, and because I like the game. Unity might be a gift from God. Yeah, definitely feels like it. Maybe if I chop this, I'll get some berries. Oh, we got some iron. That's interesting. I think this is being registered as a rock or a boulder, maybe. Which is maybe why I can't get berries from this one. But if I was in a different region, maybe I could get the berries. Oh, what happens if I try to hit the horse poo here? I own 2 big box copies. Yeah, that's so sick. Yeah, that's insane. I actually love the way the cover art looks for Daggerfall as well. I think it's a very pretty, like, decorative piece for your room, you know, if you set that up. All right, let's move some of our ingredients into our wagon here. We probably have enough, but we'll do a little bit more. We want a little bit more iron, I'm thinking. Man, vanilla Daggerfall back in the day must have been mind-blowing. Yeah, I bet. I wish I was around. I mean, I was around, but if my brother had gotten it, maybe then I would have tried it out when I was younger, but yeah. Maybe adding a space around buildings where NPCs can't walk. Don't know if that could be coded, though. Yeah, maybe. It almost looks like these NPCs want... Nah, I guess they can't, right? It'd be cool if they... In wandering NPCs, also, maybe wandering NPCs like Linebeck could have a way to make them sort of... if they get stuck at a wall, maybe they turn, you know? That would be cool, also. That almost feels like something more for the wandering NPC mod rather than the, you know, the long road. But maybe both could do it. I don't know. But yeah, there shouldn't be any more of these spawning now since I put them to 0. I remember walking to a local computer shop back in the day and they had Daggerfall running. That's sick. What's up, Lord Munkus? Welcome. I think that's the first message I saw from you today. A few years ago, my wife got me the OG strategy guide for Daggerfall for my birthday. It's super cool, even if it's useless for modern DFU and filled with inaccuracies. Yeah. How old are you? I am 34, Eskar. So I was around for Daggerfall's release, but I was a bit young for that. Really, games that came out instead of like 96, more around like 99. I was playing fantasy games already, like Diablo 2 and stuff. Or when stuck, they disappear. Yeah, that'd be even better, probably, honestly. And that would probably be easier to do. They're just hanging out here now, though. It's kind of funny. I'm going to put the standing desk up real quick, guys. It'll take 2 seconds here. You might hear a little noise for a bit. It's time for the standing desk. I remember the box we ordered straight from Bethesda in 96. That's sick. Yeah, it has a reflective, shiny cover art. It's very expensive now, Malantor. On eBay or something, it's like 200 maybe. I actually slightly changed my standing desk, so it should be a little bit easier for me to read the chat here. I just want to make sure none of the wires getting caught. All right, now I can kind of actually stand up properly without having to hurt my neck too much. That's cool. First message for me? Yeah, welcome in. It was pretty cool. Don't think I ever seen another game do that. Yeah. I do think cover art and just like big boxes were such an awesome part of that era. More than 200? Oh, what's up, Penguin? Penguin Philosopher, how's it going? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I haven't checked the price in a while. Is it really bad? Is it like 400 now or something? Transform, yeah. Yeah, I really liked big boxes back then. It was really cool. Three villages in a season if the roads behave. They just want to chat. You're the first soul I've met today. Good to know I'm not walking a ghost road. Fine weather for walking if the rain holds off. Better than last month when we had nothing but storms. All right, what else can we build now? What else do we want to see? I think I already made a table, right? Needs a standing desk activation overlay for stream with like graphics and obnoxious sounds. I do feel like I have at least one standing desk transformation. Oh yeah, didn't you say, Tabby, you wanted to see the, what was it, the skull candle? Oh, I don't have oil. That's what I wanted to check up. How do I get oil? Let's read the little guide here. Let's eat a little food as well. All right, let's check out oil. Pure water is from boiling rainwater, okay. Skull candle, yeah, let's see this. How do we do this? I might have already missed it. All right, pelts come from butchering animals. Yeah, that makes sense. Plant food comes from farm crops if you use harvestable crops. Oh, guys, I didn't even know that. That's so cool. I don't know if you guys know about harvestable crops or Daggerfall expanded textures, harvestable crops. I have DET harvestable crops, and when you go to farmland, you actually can try to pull crops from those like flats that look like crops, but some farmers won't let you, and some will, and you'll see less of them in the winter, of course, where they can't farm as much. But that's really cool. So we can actually get plant food from another mod. This is a separate mod. Eat berries, roots, leaves, and farm produce from your inventory. There's no picking berries from empty ground. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's so creepy how they stamp out the window like that. Yeah, for sure. They got nowhere to go. It's getting pretty bad. I've been checking weekly or bi-weekly because that's the next Elder Scrolls big box I need. Yeah, man. I feel you. I gotta pick one up for myself. Even if it's expensive, I'm gonna do it someday. I really should do it earlier rather than later because it's only going to go up, right? The price. Oil is a standard game object. Oh, duh. Yeah, of course. I wasn't even thinking of that. I was thinking for some reason it was like its own mechanic. Yeah, there's oils everywhere. You can get that easily from general goods shops. We have to maybe make a little trek into town real quick. We'll get some more supplies, then we'll come back to our place here. Let's do that, I think. I'm trying to collect all the main variants of the Elder Scroll big box is nice. So far I got the Redguard big box and I have the Battlespire one. Nice. Do you like Battlespire? Both Redguard and Battlespire I plan to play on the stream at some point. We also got a table, right? I think I made the table. No, I did not. Okay. So we got food, but we don't really have water, and we got to rest again. All right, did our well finally work? No, okay. We need more time on the wells. So we'll just get a couple more. Actually, maybe I'll just get the... You can't build within 100 feet of cities and towns. Gotcha. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, good luck, Penguin. That's cool. I have some physical collection. It's mostly PS2 games because I kind of grew up with those more. I do have some old PC boxes, though. I do have like the older Diablo 2 box still, Icewind Dale. the original home world. I've got some old ones still. The Elder Scrolls 6 box is not coming. I think you're right, Tabby, unfortunately. This era is getting... it's not fun for fans of physical collecting, is what I would say. I guess I could just grab it here. Let's just open a shop and get some oil from here. Just so we could test everything today. We'll probably have to keep spawning this a few times. I can't get into collecting PC box games. I'm in over my head collecting Famicom disk system. Sick. But man, it's so tempting, especially the old Ultima with cloth maps. Yeah, it's not even just that the big boxes are cool. They always came with some really awesome goodies, you know, between maps and like colored manuals. Just really, really cool stuff. Like they were always fully colored back then, you know? I guess not all of them. That's not true. That's not true for all of them, but there was a lot that were. BG's already selling empty boxes. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Crazy times for us. The Cognitive Dissident, what's up? This is like being high level in D&D and building your own stronghold. Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool. I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head the type of like role-playing concept I'd want to partner with this mod here. I love those maps. Yeah, me too. They're so classic. All right, now we can make the skull candle. Let's grab that. Backpacker wagon. 1 oil, 2... Oh, I don't have twigs either. Twigs are also... It's a vanilla item, right? Aren't twigs vanilla items? I think they are. And I think I could get a twig actually in alchemist shops, weirdly enough. I think yeah, they do show up here. Here's a twig. Interesting. We'll get some more berries while we're here. Why not? Am I supposed to just find twigs from, like, farming certain animals then? Like, I guess Spriggans can drop twigs. Who else can drop twigs? Maybe nymphs can drop twigs, perhaps? Guess what? I've never played either Redguard or Battlespire. Nice. I'm saving them for the hopes of building a retro gaming PC setup with a beige tower and CRT monitor. That's sick. That sounds like an awesome project. You're going to play them physically then. Very cool. Yeah, I haven't played them either, but I plan to get my first playthroughs on the channel here. They're sitting on the shelf above me in the packages that came in. That's awesome. Yeah, I love displaying them as well. They make good little, you know, room pieces. Shpan, what's your opinion on Starfield? I've never played Starfield SCAR, actually. I don't know too much about it. I sometimes do enjoy sci-fi, and I think I've briefly looked at the modding community, because I do like to take a look at the mods every now and then for Bethesda games. But I've actually never played Starfield, and I never really watched someone play it, so I'm really not sure what to think about that game. Battlespire Sick Box? Yeah. I feel like all the cover arts back then were really cool. Twigs might be a mistake. Should have been pine branches. Oh, gotcha, Smack Dragon. Okay. Let's see if the twigs actually work then. We do got them, so... let's see. The skull candle. It does work, though. That's cool. Yeah, this is cool. A lot of these resources, not everything here is farmable through the mod, it looks like, guys. So you'll have to do your own, you know, target farming. And actually, if you're gonna target farm, there is a mod out there, guys, called... let me see if I have it on the list here. Oh, it's actually called... Let me write in the chat for you guys. Guaranteed Loot Drops. This mod's really cool because it'll make enemies that are supposed to have, or would logically have, certain drops, always drop those things. So let's say you want to farm for werewolf blood, right? That's an ingredient in this game for crafting and stuff. Every time you kill a werewolf, they'll drop werewolf blood. And if you need twigs, like we do here, then Spriggans will drop them. Or at least, I don't know if that's a guaranteed one for them, but whatever it is the equivalent for them. And it works that way for a lot of cool stuff. So it's a really nice mod to pair with this, I think. Because now, when you're looking at your recipes here, you could be like, all right, I know I need twigs, let's go hunt some Spriggans. Or, you know I need root tendrils. Who might drop root tendrils? I don't know. There's not too many here that are actually probably drops from enemies, though I guess like iron and sulfur could drop from humanoids, right? Hello, what's up, Fiffinger? Just saw your chat. How's it going? This combined with some of the mods that allow for persistent followers / retainers would make for a really cool experience. Come back from a dungeon to drop loot and grab a companion would be sick. Yeah, it'd be amazing, Base Beans. I guess the Bellwind mod maybe could work a little bit with this, though not perfectly. I would kill to have a Daggerfall style Fallout game. Yeah, man. I'm not too familiar with Fallout yet, but that's another one for the stream. I got to play New Vegas. That'll be the first one for Fallout. Battle Spires box is 6. Redguard is sick as 2 as well, though. However, one is bigger than the other. Oh, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, I really like the big boxes. And they make, for really awesome decorative pieces in your room. All right, let's drink a little water from berries here. So it should be 20, 40, 60, 80. We should be, we're maxing out. That's good. Let's also rest in our bed up here. Do a quick save in case I crash or something. Yeah, something to keep in mind, guys, is that you want to press E on a lot of the interactable stuff for this mod, not the left click like you might be used to. Let's just rest until we're fully healed. Still looking at the Denizens mod, or has yet another one of the most ambitious mods released this month. I can't believe it. Oh, Fiffinger, I might not have updated the... I don't think I updated the Twitch title. Thanks for saying that. Actually, let me do that real quick. Take me 2 seconds here, guys. Yeah, I don't think I updated it. That's why. We're actually looking at The Long Road by Smack Dragon. And it's really, really sick. We got like craftable housing and shelters, resource management stuff. All right, edit stream info. We're looking at The Long Road mod showcase. All right, now let's update. This is the second day I forgot to update the Twitch stuff, by the way. All right, yeah, thanks, Fiffinger. Okay, we're good now. Twitch viewers confused by the title? Yeah, absolutely. This is the second time too, Tabby. All right, so now we got the skull thing. Let's check out what that looked like, actually. Let's put this in the wagon as well. Let's see. We got the skull candle. Yo, let's put that on the... We could put this on the workbench? Yo, that's so cool. Pack up the stone tower? No. Pack up the workbench. With the skull floating like that, it looks so much like a dungeon teleporter. That's crazy, actually. All right, let's put the workbench back out here. All right, perfect. Actually, I kind of clipped it through the wall. I could already see how I'm getting all specific about my house here. Being perfect. This is exactly what happened when I played Conan Exiles. All right. Let's put the skull candle on a table up here. Did I make a table? No, let's make a table and then put it on that. Sorry, my connection is going in and out. I'm pretty sure this is on my end. All good, Fiffinger. Yeah. It looks like my stream should be okay there. But maybe not. You could build a spooky tower with floating skull candles. Yeah, it looks like it. Actually, speaking of that, do I actually need to place this on a surface, or could it float if we don't even use a surface? Oh, that's kind of a cool way to get around it. You're right, Tabby. Like, we could put it on something first, then remove what's underneath it, and it stays floating. That's actually kind of sick. That's especially sick for the rooftop here, right? Like, I could place them, like, high up on the roof. All right, we're thinking now. We're being creative here. But first, let me build a table. But yeah, it looks like you could make anything float if you want to. Oh, we got enemies. More harpies arrived. I only have iron material, so I can't even fight these guys. Wow, this is a powerful sunset coming in. I'll get some more light sources in general, but let's get a table here. Pine branch and 1 iron. Okay, we got that. And what kind of light source will be best for this? Do we want like a brazier? Oh, we need sulfur for that. We don't have sulfur. The hanging lamp was kind of... It kind of hung a little bit too low. Oh, no, that's not the one we got. We got the... I don't know which one we got, actually. We could just make another standing torch. Let's get like 2 more standing torches here. And we don't have tin, so we can't make the pots. Oh, I want to do carpets too. I got to get some more animal pelts. Let's do another table here. We got the chair. All right, let's go upstairs and decorate some of this stuff here. First, let's get some light sources going for us in the corner. Man, the lighting looks good. And look at that window view. I didn't even really think deeply about where to place this. I bet you there are so many cool locations. You know, it would be a cool location on that hilltop that's near the port of Daggerfall, because it has like a really steep hill. You could put it right on the edge, and you'd actually be able to see the city and town. I don't know if that would be in the distance or not. I don't know if that would be close enough to prevent you from building there, but I think it is far enough away. All right, we got some tables here. All right, nice. And on the table, we'll put our spooky little skull candle here. Man, that looks good. You can easily make a painting out of the vistas in this game. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the dark, these are really cool when you're sailing, guys. If you ever do like a sailing playthrough, if you want to do like a pirate or do like an actual merchant or just a sailor in general type of playthrough, yeah, these sunsets, these sunrises are crazy. Both of them are absolutely crazy. I always recommend dynamic skies, but even the original skyboxes are still good, but yeah. This game is comfy. Yeah, super comfy. All right, we'll save those again right here. Can you take a bedroll with you for sleeping / saving in dungeons? They can get big and not everyone can play till they finished a dungeon. That would be... yeah, I'm not sure how it works. I was thinking that as well. I'm going to put the chat overlay back up, guys. Yeah, should be okay here. The vanilla skyboxes make me sick. Yeah, I hear that a lot. It actually gives people like motion sickness for sure. Like, oh yeah, it's so nice right now. Let's get to our rooftop and enjoy the view here. Wow, these rooms get dark actually. It's really cool before you have light sources. I could put another light source here. Let's go with, might as well have another standing torch in the corner of the 3rd floor as well. Yeah, from my rooftop view here. That was a nice touch. I'm really glad we got a rooftop on this as well. Like, it would have been easy to just do like a, you know, a ceiling and be done with it, but this is cool. You can put bedrolls outside of dungeons. Oh, okay, but not inside? That's interesting. I kind of like that. So you have to leave the dungeon to save. I hate how the vanilla skyboxes warp around the player FOV. Yeah, Emma, that's like definitely the most disorienting part about them. Oh, the stars are coming out now, guys. This is pretty. I like that ship in the distance. This is actually one of my favorite things about how Daggerfall handles time passing. I love that the hour of like sun rising and sunsetting, you actually can see the movements happen in real time. And the time it takes is nice. It's not too long. You don't have to sit there for like 30 minutes of real time. It's not too short, so you can enjoy each transitioning scene. But I love how there's like 4 or 5 transitions, you know? And it's really, that beauty is really brought out by dynamic skies, which is just like, it's actually like, to me, I actually put it in my list of top 5. And that might be like some kind of bias I have there for sure. But I think it's such an incredible mod. Because so much of what makes Daggerfall great is the, you know, wilderness atmosphere. And dynamic skies is a huge part of that, I feel like. The music changes too. It's so good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the music's incredible. All right, let's get back to work here. Can I, no, I'm a little bit too far to save from here. So that's kind of interesting. If you want to save, you actually have to leave the dungeon then, huh? I think that's pretty cool. And I guess it's interesting. I do have a mod that lets you use any bed for sleeping when clicking on it. Wonder if that counts for saving as well. Interesting, Tabby. Yeah. I also wonder, Tabby, if, you know, in Climate and Calories, there's sometimes those fireplaces or campfires that show up in dungeons and you can use them. I wonder if that would then also be usable. I want like another light source for like right around this workbench too. Could just go with a candle. Oh, we need twigs again, right? If you use Mark and Recall, you can escape a dungeon easily. Yeah, that's true. You can just do that as well. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I haven't used Recall in so long. But it's such a nicely designed spell for this game. All right, we got a hanging lantern, but we want something... Oh, what about a standing lantern? What does that look like? Oh, a standing lantern rather than a... Okay, that kind of makes more sense, right? Wow, this is a nice little moody environment here. I want to do some carpet stuff. We got to get some animals as well. And I forgot what you said, Smack Dragon. Is the book, does it spawn like a normal in-game book? Or is it just like an empty book? Or is it just a decoration? Bowl candle, that's kind of cool too. Candlestick. Need brass for that, interesting. Decoration? Okay, gotcha. So this one's cool too, I think. Where was this? Yeah, if I... Okay, so if I use this, it just moves it. Okay, I gotcha. I see how this works. It's actually kind of fine in the corner. And because it's off the ground, the light source is a little bit better, actually. I can maybe just do it like there. Actually still looks good like this and gives good light. Forgot about that? Yeah, I haven't used climbing calories in a while. I don't know if it would function that way with this mod or not. It's kind of interesting. But it looks like there's some compatibility between them, so maybe. What I love about Daggerfall is it doesn't force you to be the hero or famous world savior. You're just a person who lives in this world, and this gives so much more freedom to enjoy moments like this. Yeah, Scar. One of the best parts about even Vanilla's design is the fact that you can completely ignore the main quest. And also to that end, when you start the game, there's really not that much required content, you know? Basically just escape Privateer's hold. That's the extent of what you have to do when you start a file, basically. And even that can be bypassed with mods. If you choose a mod like Random Starting Dungeon, even that's not even the case either. But yeah, it does feel just like a real lived-in world. And you can set your own playthrough goals, you can set your own role-playing ideas. And then the modding scene really helps build that, you know? All right, we got a good setup as a starting thing here. In Daggerfall, you're James Bond, the Emperor's personal friend and agent. Yeah. I like the whole, you're just a guy, make your own story. Yeah, absolutely. Already have the random starting dungeon installed as well. Nice. Yeah, I like that one a lot. What's cool about random starting dungeon is if you don't know exactly where you want your next playthrough to be, you can just roll the dice and end up in a really weird region that you haven't explored in a prior playthrough, and then just, you know, enjoy the World of Daggerfall project topography, get familiar with a new region that you haven't spent much time in. It's kind of cool. If you're just kind of doing like a random playthrough and you don't know what you want exactly. It's crazy how this game is the only one where you aren't a prisoner nor a great hero of prophecy or legend. Yeah. Yeah, I guess all of them, you're basically a prisoner, right? Is that also true of Morrowind? I don't remember now. But I know it's definitely true of Oblivion and Skyrim, right? It's kind of funny, actually, now that you mention it. And I can't remember what it is in Arena. Oh yeah, the mounted torch. I want to check that out as well. I think that's even probably the best option here right now. In Arena, you are... Oh, really? So it's literally everyone. Man, look how cool it is to see our light sources lighting up this area and shining through the windows like this. Yeah, I think the mounted torch is probably the best here. Let's try that. I didn't realize. It looked like a regular torch to me. But yeah, look at that. That's cool. Oh, that's so much cooler. Okay, I like that a lot. We're making a bunch of mounted torches here. That looks really good, and they're actually not in the way at all, which is cool. Where was the mounted torch? Let's find that. Oh, it does require oil. That's okay. We got some oil now. Let's get like 4 of them. Elder Scrolls 1, Night. Elder Scrolls 2, Aging. Elder Scrolls 3, Prison. Yeah, I feel like Elder Scrolls 6 we'll be looking at prison as well. Let's put this by the entrance. Oh, yeah. I think these mounted torches look a lot better. I might have placed this one a little too far out, actually. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got them here. Maybe we'll put this by, like, the... What's it called? Yeah, by the staircase. That's kind of cool. Oh, this room's actually pretty well lit just from this candle, actually. What should the 3rd floor be, I wonder? I'm going to get rid of this standing one as well. All right, this looks so much better now. I actually really like this. Yo, what's up? Yeah, this is our new shelter here. Crazy, right? It's so well done. It's so cool looking. And we're just kind of decorating it. We're farming up some resources so that we can build some more stuff. If you check out the workbench here, how's it going, Pebiv? Hope I'm saying the name right. Yeah, there's a ton of different decorations here. You can craft a lot of stuff. You go out into the wilderness and farm up some stuff like that. It's so much more developed than I expected. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm kind of actually just looking at it for the first time with you guys, which is cool. I didn't spoil too much of it before the stream started, but the interface is really crazy, you know? Like, when it comes to placing these items, I've never seen this sort of like interface for all this sort of decoration placement and stuff like that. Very similar to other survival games, it looks like. But a completely new UI for Daggerfall. I don't know what we want for the 3rd floor. I hear some bats out there. All right, let's bring them to the rooftop. They'll come. It's kind of cool to be attacked by this stuff. Do I have the timing down? Let's see. I'll probably get diseased here as well. In Morrowind, you're the chosen one too? Oh, yeah? I've never played Morrowind, but it's on my list. Great game, I recommend it. Yeah, it's on my list as well. Well, I'm going to die here. Let's put the God mode on and... Or let's just let this guy sleep. Yeah, Morrowind is definitely happening this year. And I want to stream it if you guys are interested in watching it. I played a little bit of it last year. I mentioned before on stream once. But it wasn't that much. It was like 10 hours. I didn't have open MW or anything, which I didn't realize at the time. Yeah. So let's rest here. Let's just rest until we're healed, actually. Oh, that was pretty fast. That was weird. I don't know if time passed normally there. Interesting. There never was a prisoner in Citadel who was shipped off to Vardenfell start Morrowind. Never Var. I'm not sure what that is either. This reminds me of building my own base in Fallout 3 with a mod. Yeah, Mr. Samuel, it's just like that. It's basically like a survival game, you know? If you've played like Conan Exiles and stuff like that, Fallout for sure. I guess even like Fallout 4 has a base builder, right? That's even just built into the game, not even a mod, I think. But yeah, like the way we place this chair, I can rotate it and get it to look in the exact direction I want. Like it's very in-depth. Yeah, there's even outside wells. This can help farm up some... Oh, I got some rainwater. Oh, cool. All right, so this is what we wanted to see. My well has finally given me some rainwater here. All right, so now rainwater shows up, and we can actually use this. I wonder if it's my other well also. This one's dry still. This one needs a few more hours. Is there multiple? Okay, so it looks like a few hours for one thing of rainwater. This could also be used for crafting, it looks like. Yeah, don't mind the wandering NPCs. They got stuck by my house here. I blocked their path with my building here, and they don't know where to go. It's also got a harpy out there, huh? I don't know what that guy's doing. All right, so it looks like there's some other stuff we can craft with water as well. Maybe. I might have misread that. Oh, I think it's actually for the fire thing. So let me make another campfire here. Let's place a campfire down and pure water. Okay, so you do need to cook your water. That's cool. The only thing I want to be improved is the placement. At the moment, you can't see what is the front of the object. Yeah, Tabby, for sure, yeah. There's no, like, arrow to let you know what the front of the bed is or something like that, so it might take a few tries to place it. Yeah, Fallout 4 is base building without mods? Yeah, that's what I thought. Need to put a cupboard over the windows to not have those floating heads by your window? Yeah. I don't think there's any window stuff yet at the moment for crafting. Love base building in 3 and Evermore Nights, but then Bethesda did it in 4 and ruined it. Can you customize the mod and turn on/off features if you just want the campfire/camps, but not the survival elements? Also, how does this compare to Climate and Cowways? What's up, Jack? I don't know if you can turn that much off. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to turn that much of it off. But, yeah, this is a lot different than Climate and Calories. You know, it's actually, they're not that similar, besides the basic survival stuff, you know? Climate and Calories, you got to worry about food, hunger, body temperature, all that stuff. Fatigue, of course, as well. This game, or this mod, I should say, you know, it's more about, you can go out, these plants and stones will register as farmable things for resources. Then you use those resources on a workbench to build out your shelters, build out recipes that could be used for decoration or functional stuff like water. And, you know, like this will build up some water for me every now and then. So it's quite different. And this has more of a shelter building focus right now. And, yeah, I would say they're pretty different. Though, of course, you know, they have those basic survival mechanics. I don't think this one has temperature stuff to worry about like Climate and Calories does. This one has some restrictions built into where you can sleep and stuff. You can only, or I should say you can save. You can only save when you're by a bed. Which is kind of cool for dungeon delving and interesting. You'll have to leave the dungeon to save, which makes it kind of interesting. But yeah, I love this rooftop design here for this tower. And something I like about this one is that the survival mechanics don't feel too, how can I put this? They don't require constant micromanaging, I guess. I tend to like these mechanics, but then slowly over time, I feel like they kind of usually take a lot of your, I don't know, take a lot of your time when you're playing. And they can be a kind of, at some point, a little annoying to be always managing. Where I feel like this one struck a good balance. Like, even if you sleep for 40 or 4 hours, it's only like 20% of your thirst. It's not something you have to constantly worry about, which I like. Too harsh? Yeah, that's what I would say, Tabby. Climate and Calories can be a little unforgiving sometimes, but it does depend also on, like, your environment. But if you're, like, in a hot area, you can just be, like, out of water so quick. And then constantly need to take off more of your clothes and you're still hot. It's a little harder to read that mod on its mechanics, I feel like. Which some people might actually like for that exact reason. But for me, I like having them, but not too demanding. This is cool, too. I like this. This is definitely a teleporter in some dungeons, which is kind of funny. But yeah, let's go back to the workbench here. What else do we want to add? And what's a good use for the 3rd floor? Some games go overboard with it. It feels like a never-ending side quest. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I haven't actually played too many survival games. I played Conan Exiles, which I liked. And I didn't feel like that game had like a slightly difficult early game, but then once you get it going, it's really not too bad. That was my like first real survival game that I put a lot of time into, though. And maybe the only one really that I put a lot of time into. And some of these recipes actually require some cool stuff in the game that you have to find that's outside of the mod, you know? Like this mod doesn't create a way to get oil, I don't think. But oil's all over general goods stores and stuff, so you can find that. Twigs as well, you can get off Spriggans, I think. Clouds of Calories basically kills you if you don't rush to Gothway Garden because of the call. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was basically my experience as well. Oh yeah, I wanted animal pelts. Yeah, let's get some carpets here crafted. I might just spawn them in because I'm curious to see what they look like. Let's get some pelts from a... not from a bat, from a bear here. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, of course you get raw meat, which you cook. Yeah, all the basic stuff you'd expect. What's cool also is that anything you're crafting, if it stays in your wagon, it still counts. I really like this. That was something that took like years for Conan Exiles to even add. So this mod author, yeah, has some thoughtful inclusions. Definitely someone that understands survival games and mechanics. And your food does not spoil. Unlike Climate and Calories, your food, if you cook it, it doesn't spoil. Which is kind of nice, because sometimes you would cook stuff in Climate and Calories, and if you traveled anywhere, it always felt like, what's it called? It would spoil immediately. Like, pretty much always. There's a mod called Weather Items that adds warm clothing to the start of the game if you use... Oh, that's interesting, Emma. Yeah, that's almost like... Well, I wouldn't say necessary, but it's very helpful. Oh, I got some random stuff in here. Oh, I do have a bow now. All right, we got a bow. We can fight some stuff now. Let's get some more pelts here. It looks like some of them drop 2. I like that. It's not always 1 pelt when you kill an animal. That's pretty cool. You think Weather and Calories is compatible with this mod? Hey, what's up, DJE? Welcome to the stream. I've heard there is some things that are compatible with it. Yeah, I think they're working on more compatibility stuff, but I think some people have been using it with it, and it looks like there is some compatible stuff. I don't know exactly what's compatible, though. I wouldn't be able to tell you the exact details. What's the mod with the fire arrows? The mod with the fire arrows is called... I'll type in the chat for you so you can see it. Arrow Variety. It's a really great mod. Fire arrows, poison arrows, explosive arrows. I wish I could actually use it on these guys. Let's put fire arrow on that. I wonder if the poison arrow will be enough to take these guys out. I don't think they can be affected by anything, though. But I could be wrong. In Climate and Calories, food spoils pretty fast. Yeah, really fast. Yeah, so a lot of these arrow effects are very different. You know, they got completely different functions, which is really cool. If I go to the fire arrow now, man, I like the effects as well too. It's really cool. I think that's from Bloodfall, actually. And even though the material doesn't hurt these guys, it's kind of interesting. You know, I'm using an iron bow, so harpies can't be hurt by that. They have the immunity. But if I use something like explosive arrow, I think they'll still die, actually, which is kind of interesting. So the arrows have some unique properties, I guess. I don't know how it works. But yeah, I think it's going to die to this, even though it's an iron bow. Yeah, it did. Very interesting. Yeah, there's an ice arrow as well. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. But it's just such a nice visual spectacle and just good variety for an archer build. Fallout 3's map. So I saw someone import Fallout 3 into Minecraft. I don't know how they did it, but it blew me away. That's sick. I feel like when it comes to Minecraft, yeah, that community can do anything with that kind of stuff. It's really impressive. I'm literally just compiling a list from what you tell me for the next time I play Nice Jack. Reminds me of Hexen. Yeah, Hexen's a cool one. I didn't play it, but I know that game. I know it's like a first-person fantasy type of thing. There's a mod called Lost Cities in Minecraft. Would love to see this in Daggerfall. What's that one do, Eskar? Or what's that mod about, I should say. All right, now we got some pelts, so let's go to the workbench here. And let's make the carpets. Oh, I don't have any twigs. Let's go to an alchemist. Here's some twigs. Is there any berries here? Yeah, some berries we can drink. Interestingly enough, if you guys have useful console commands, there's an option called Open Shop Modded. And this is supposed to spawn basically most modded items, though the shelf does get like full, the shop interface. But we'll test real quick if the Smack Dragons stuff comes up in the useful console commands. It might not. It sometimes has like a limit. I don't know. Let's see. We see some pelts, so maybe. All right, I'm not seeing like pure water or anything, so maybe not. We'll pick up some more arrows though for fun. Pine branches may work instead of twigs. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll test that out. I got stuck in Hexen after 10 minutes. I was not sure where to go. I never played it. It did look cool though. There was like a new, wasn't there like a recently released remastered thing for it? That's what I heard anyway. All right, now we can make the carpets. And actually, what's my thirst at? Yeah, let's drink a few of these berries here. We're going to hold on to our pure water. Did I put that in the thing here? I might have put that in here. I thought I had pure water. I might have done something with it. I'm not sure. I probably drank it, honestly. Yeah, so now we got the carpet. Let's test that out in the main room here. If you like Fallout, check Fallout Baskerville. It's a mod for Doom. Man, Escar, it's so funny. I always feel like there's just so many sick Doom mods that everyone talks about. I really got to play Doom. Inspired by F1 and F2. It's still in development, but it's nice to keep a look at. That's so cool. How is it that Doom has Fallout mods like that? It's so funny. The remaster has markers on the map to make it easier. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, the Heretic plus Hexen bundle, have to try them out. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I like the artwork for those a lot. I think it was Gerald Brom, or Gerald Brom, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I think he did the artwork for that, and he's the guy that does the artwork for the Dark Sun Dungeons and Dragons, so his art's very, very memorable, very good. If you want, you can boot up Fallout 4, then install a mod that lets you play Fallout 3 and New Vegas in your Pip-Boy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing that. That's insane. That reminds me of like the older Yakuza games. I don't know if you guys played those games on like PS2, PS3, whatever. But in the Yakuza games, you could go into like the Japanese arcades, and they would have some of the old Sega games because it was published by Sega. So you could play with those old arcade like racing games inside the game of Yakuza. That's what it reminds me of. Man, a co-op mode for Daggerfall would be perfect. The world and background were designed to be played with friends. Yo, what's up, Courier? Yeah, I agree. And there was a co-op mode at some point in development. I think it got abandoned, though. But I keep hearing, like, rumors about people accessing it, so I don't know. I gotta do some research on that. All right, where's the carpet here? Oh, man. Yeah, see, when you place it out, how cool is this? You know, you get a proper, like, placement thing. And look at that. That looks so good. Man, the decorations are so cool here. Even the neighbors want to get a little look here. Yeah, really nice. I do wonder, are some of these like decorations, are they taken from Daggerfall expanded textures? I'm curious. But yeah, now we got a nice little carpet in the main front door here. We can save only by the beds. Oh, something in Discord real quick? Let me check. Someone did that for GTA San Andreas too. Boot up the console in your house. You can play 3 and Vice City. That's crazy. It works still, but it's for an older Daggerfall. Oh, okay. It's for an older Unity. Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I probably should make a separate welcome channel. I gotta figure out how to do that stuff. I'm really bad with Discord, guys. That's why some of it's kind of rough, for sure. But yeah, I should get like a... How do I do that even? Oh, I think I do know how to do that. I just got to get a separate channel for welcome, which is different from general chat. That's a good idea. I can't see the name that said that to me. That was, I don't know why the name's not coming up. It just shows an S ... But yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Whoever suggested that, good suggestion. It works still, but yeah, but it's for an older... I gotcha. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I guess it's possible for me to keep like 2 separate Daggerfall unities, right? It shouldn't be that hard to do. I wonder for the multiplayer thing, do you have to sync up the mod list with everyone? Or does it not really matter? It got picked up by the username Tanguy, but it hasn't been updated on GitHub since 2023. Gotcha, Zombie, okay. I'm back. Whoa, the place looks nicer. Welcome back, Reinhard. Yeah, we got a carpet going now, which you get from animal pelts. We got these wall torches, which I think are the best light sources for this mod right now. Not too in the way, and you can place them like by staircases here. We're trying to figure out what we want to do with the 3rd floor here. Man, wouldn't it be kind of cool? No, I was pointing out the load order mod list was in your Discord. Oh, gotcha, Tabby. Yeah, I just posted that up last night, and it's kind of confusing if you're just looking at it, but if you click into the picture, it actually is in the correct order. It just doesn't show up correctly in the correct order on the actual post for some reason, which is weird. But yeah, I got the load order up finally. Because I feel like I've had a lot of people ask me, and I always am just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to make a mod pack. At least this way, this also shows all the mods that I have disabled, which is cool. So the picture shows the ones that are enabled, and the ones that are disabled. And I swap that around depending on the character. So that gives you an idea of, you know, what should work. And that should work perfectly for you guys, that load order. If there's any issues, you can definitely let me know too, and I can make adjustments. I'm not perfect at that stuff for sure. Even in general, I bet you my load order is not like, it's not ideal. But I don't have really any issues though. It works with mods, but probably nothing with scripting. It's basically syncing enemies and player position, doors, etc. You can actually get quests to sync if you manually send people your quest file. Oh, that's so cool. From the save folder after you take a quest. What an interesting idea, Jack. Did you watch, was there like some content creator, Jack, that covered it or something? Or you just heard this from forums or Reddit maybe? Real talk, if you start playing Doom, you gotta jump to Heretic next. It was made in the same engine, so it's literally just fantasy Doom with bigger maps and more secrets, killer multiplayer session. That's awesome, Zombie. Yeah, I didn't realize just how much overlap there was with like retro fantasy RPG players and Doom enthusiasts. But I'm hearing from you guys every day. It's so sick, and it's making me very curious. And even though I don't play too many like boomer shooters in the past, I did play the Rise of the Triad game, and I like that one a lot. It's really the only one I've put time into at the moment, but because I could like that one, I think I can like the Doom stuff. I know that one's, someone said it's based on like Wolfenstein, I think. It just works, yeah. It just works, friends. It would be kind of cool if there was like some training dummies you could craft that could train stuff if you spend like hours. Those hours would of course like drain your hunger and thirst. That could be kind of interesting too. This is you know what, this could be good for the 3rd floor. This could be cool for like a library. If I can make bookshelves and actually use those bookshelves as storage pieces, if you could like flag them as storage, all the books I collect throughout a playthrough I could set up here, and then maybe make like a cozy table and chair in the middle. That could be kind of cool. No, it was on DF Workshop. Okay, gotcha. I actually tried to make a multiplayer mod for DFU years ago with my friend, but we got as far as syncing the player position, but that was it. Gotcha. Okay, so it's pretty rough, huh? LCPC gamers play all sorts of games. Yeah, what's up, Cold Zero? Welcome in. Good evening. Sorry I'm late. Nah, you're good. How's it going? Good to see you. Alchemy Lab. Yeah, that could be cool too. If something like could be triggered as a, you know, if you guys are familiar with the Decorator mod, you can like label any item as a like alchemy interface, or, you know, like some kind of potion making interface. So if you go like show spellmaker, this is when you get this interface, right? And this is how you create spells through the console command. But Decorator lets you flag any decorative item as a spell making you know, interface. So you'd click on it and then you would get this interface. So it's a really cool way. Like you could do an open book, and the open book is represented as this when you click on it, which I think is really cool. Something like that could be cool for this mod. Of course, I'm just talking random ideas here, though. I never know how hard or easy any of this stuff is. I'm no modder myself. Good idea about the bookshelves. Thanks. Yeah, I think that could be cool. But yeah, also, I think the alchemy lab idea by Eskar is really good, too. Or, yeah, potion making interface. Evil Necromancer Library. Yeah, something like that could be sick. This tower does have some evil vibes to it. I bought Doom 1 at a shop without knowing what it was, and I was not disappointed. Nice, yeah. I only had Doom 3, which I heard is, like, not everyone's favorite. I know it's a lot different than the older ones, of course. Yo, speaking of which, Cold Zero, I think you were the one that mentioned the Blood game for boomer shooters to me. And I looked into it on GOG, Cold Zero, and I couldn't find the original one on GOG. I could only find this weird remaster that actually had like pretty bad reviews, I think. So I'm not sure if the original's on GOG or if it got replaced by some remastered version of Blood. Yeah, I'm not sure. It does look. I did look at some like gameplay though. It looks pretty cool, I gotta say. Craft and place the Wilderness Shack and check it out. Oh yeah, let's do that. We haven't made this other one yet. This is not the only stuff you can make. So first off, the easiest to make is, of course, the tent and the campfire. But there is also... let's see. Oh, yeah, let me go to the workbench here to make it. We can also make a Wilderness Shack. So this is another type of shelter that's available in this mod. Blood Refresh Pack, I believe? Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure if I should grab that one. Alright, and so, yeah. As you can see, the green lets you know you can place it there, which is just so cool. I can't believe how this works. And look at the shack. Let's get a light source going. Let me put a torch on here. Look at this. It's so cool. I think this is kind of like the mid-tier. So the starting thing is the tent. The shack is second, and then you get the tower if you got your resources. But they're not too hard to build, so you can make them pretty quickly. There's some ritual table models. Would look sick. Yeah, those would be good. Flagging those as like some kind of crafting station would be cool too. And try at a lower timescale. How can I do that, Tabby? Is that something in the settings I could do? Build engine games are really hard, but they are much more detailed and have more interactions than something with ID Tech. Duke Nukem vs. Doom. Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't be familiar with those engines at all. But yeah, this one's kind of cool. Just a little mid-level thing here. One floor. This is some good and clean-looking wood here, I gotta say. Like, very well polished here. The edges and the corners are kind of dark from my ambient occlusion. I have that pretty high up. But yeah, you could place any decoration in this as well, I'm guessing. Let's see, do we still have... We do have some standing torches. Yeah, it looks like this also works. Maybe not the best place for a wooden torch. And you can place a bed in here, of course. Man, this looks good too. Let's get on top of it. Can we stand on the roof? Yeah, we can. Cool. It looks really nice, I gotta say. And I like how the little stand part of this actually like connects to the ground. Like you can see there's different levels here. Even on a slanted surface, it's actually functioning like correctly and looks really good. With the smallest being here, then it's going downhill and getting taller. That's interesting. I would kind of expect it to be floating maybe, you know? But yeah, I don't know. This just works as well. Both of these just work. Really cool. I'm such a huge fan of the stone tower, I gotta say. I just think this looks so good. I think the size is like perfect. I like how you could like set up your wells on the outside. I like how there's 3 stories and then the top roof you're able to go out and look out from. Like, this is almost the ideal small shelter structure for me. Pretty much. I'll check the blood situation report. Oh, thanks, Cold Zero. Yeah. Yeah, I was just curious. I don't know if that was like the copy you had or if you had played like an older one. Yeah. Set timescale to 1 or any other number in console was the way to do it in the other titles. I think 12 is the default. Higher number is faster. Oh, I didn't even know that was a... I don't know if that's a thing in... So I could set this 12 as a default. Gotcha. If I do like 5... I could try time underscore scale as well. What else could we try that could work? Yeah, that might not be a console command for Daggerfall, interestingly. Oh, set timescale, gotcha. Let's try that again, but with underscore. Oh, good call. Yeah, okay. Yeah, set underscore timescale. So this is slowing the time or speeding it up? Set timescale 1 to 1 or any other number in console was the way to do it. Okay. Does this make me slower or faster? Slowing it? Gotcha, okay. So 12 is default, and it could probably go higher then. Lower numbers, slower time. Okay, gotcha. So is this only affecting like in-game time and nothing else then? Just the actual clock? That's kind of cool. You can make longer nights for yourself, you know? I didn't really know about this console command. That's the first time I think I've ever seen this. Oh, this guy just showed up outside my shack there. Wow, the darkness of the water is like crazy at night. And you know what's really interesting about this? Let's kill this guy real quick. Man, these arrow effects are beautiful. Yeah, this inland water right here. Is this inland water? Oh, it's actually not inland water. Okay, yeah, it's not. I was going to say, this is so far for inland. Oh, a ship is there. All right, should we check that out real quick? Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting I need a bed to actually save it. The time goes slower, yeah. In newer titles, it bugged out some quests, but not sure if it does that in Daggerfall. It's interesting. Yeah, I did not know about this. I've actually never seen someone mention this before to me. All the Bethesda RPGs have timescale commands, but they can break quests and NPC navigation. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that. I've definitely never used it myself. We got one of the longboats here. Yeah, someone was just asking me yesterday, do I miss the sailing vibes? And I kind of do when I look at this type of scene at night. What's your business on your vessel? We're not going to try to plunder them. The plunder events are actually pretty difficult, honestly. It is lagging a little bit here, but not too bad. Well, yeah, as you can see, SquidKamer uses a lot of unique pre-rendered NPCs, you know? You won't really see this guy elsewhere. I don't know if they came from a different game, and, you know, he'll make a lot of them look in different directions. You know, I like how this guy doesn't just stare at you. He's kind of looking out into the water himself. This is a Dunmer, like, that's really cool. And there's some merchants on the ships as well. Looks like a Redguard character from the same game. I feel like they might be actually taken from them. Cold Zero, I would imagine. And newer titles have bugged out some quests, but not sure if it does that in Daggerfall. Gotcha. I think it has to do with NPC navigation why the quest bugged out. Yeah, that would make sense to me. Yeah, I just never knew about this, actually. When you mentioned that to me, I wasn't even thinking that that was like a console command. Pirates have come to check out your home. Yeah, they're interested. Just like the neighbors. I'll bet those are arena flats. I think they are too, Zombie. The more I look at them, they actually look like they probably are. They look even older than like Daggerfall flats. And yeah, this guy's definitely a Daggerfall flat, you can see. And this guy looks a little bit older, more pixelated. Which mod adds the ship encounters? This is Warm Ashes. Jack, I'll add that in the chat for you real quick. Warm Ashes. This is SquidKamer's mod. And it does a lot of stuff. It does a lot more than just ships. There's like there's some shipwrecks out in the ocean. There's all sorts of stuff. If you really like the ship type of stuff, you could also grab Dungeons of Daggerfall, which adds like remote islands all across the bay. They're hard to find actually organically, but you can spot them organically when you're sailing. And inside them, there'll be dungeons that are pirate coves. And the dungeons are actually custom designs. They're not just random dungeons like other... I actually showed it off. Excuse me. I actually showed it off on stream the other day. One is real time, which is the one I use. Oh, Tabby, that is so cool. Man, I actually... not that anyone could have known, but I would have loved to have known about this earlier because I love how you can kind of set a playthrough time like that, you know? That changes the vibe a lot. If you actually have real time set to 1, you know, that could support some kind of cool concepts. I like the idea of having longer nights too. And then when you rest, if I rest 1 hour through the thing here, does that mean it's still is it still the same amount of time then? The time scale doesn't matter for resting, right? Maybe I'm just crazy. I think you're actually genius right now because I want to try this for myself actually with a real-time timescale for a playthrough. That just sounds cool. You have really long nights. And if you're playing at night, you could actually just enjoy the entire night. It's kind of cool. Nope. Okay, yeah. That's cool. That works perfectly then. They do look just low quality enough. Yeah, I think so, Zombie. And I think SquidKamer would have the modding skills to be able to do that. I wonder if that Dunmer character is also from a different game then. Man, look at our tower in the distance like this. It's so cool. Oh, the NPCs disappeared. Yes, maybe we broke them with the timescale. Speaking of breaking NPCs, we may have a solution if your wandering NPC gets stuck in your house. Or maybe I just got too far away and they despawn. I should have tried that earlier, actually. This is very cool. The mod author Smack Dragon mentioned earlier that there's a lot more decorations coming, so that's really exciting. Yeah, we'll definitely recheck this mod out when that happens. I do want to see some more of these decorations, though. Let's use the console command to make some of these. But actually, I think real quick, guys, I'm going to take a small break. It's a good chance for us to stretch a little bit, get some water, get a snack if you need it too. Maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be quick. I'll be right back. Let me put the overlay up as well here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, as always. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back here. I think we'll just use the console command to get some of these ingredients here, because I don't even know where to get tin or brass as well. Time Dilation's an awesome addition. I use it in Fallout London. Fallout London? Is there a Fallout London game, or is that a mod? I still have to play Fallout London. Looks great. Hey, what's up, Eric? Is Fallout London also on PS5? My GPU I use is an old one because my good one broke. Oh, that's a shame. I don't think I've even heard of that game. All right, let's try to use the console commands here to find some of these. Maybe a pawn shop would sell this stuff. I'm actually not sure. Oh, it's a mod? Okay, gotcha. We'll spawn a few different pawn shops here, see if we can find that stuff. We'll get more oil. That's a good crafting ingredient. We'll grab the pelt as well. That's good. Full conversion? That's sick, yeah. Someone was mentioning that in the last stream, too. Like, when we'll see a full conversion Daggerfall mod. Bigger than Fallout 4? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We'll keep taking a few more of the pelts. We might as well. But, yeah, maybe pawn shops won't sell that stuff. Maybe I need to go to an alchemist for that. All right, let's try an alchemist. Oh, it does. Okay, yeah, we got brass, we got copper. Okay, cool. That makes more sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that at first. Oh, this also has iron in it. That's kind of interesting. We might actually need all of these. I'm not sure what all the recipes ask for. Oh, man. Okay, alchemy shops actually have rainwater now. That must be added from this mod, right? It's got to be. I don't remember ever seeing rainwater in an alchemy shop. But that's kind of cool. They actually can be placed in alchemy shops then. We'll get more iron, more rainwater. We're looking for more brass, though. More brass, more copper, I think. Is the real-life equivalent of internet shopping? Yeah. Alright, I could have done this earlier. I didn't realize that, Also, we need twigs. Oh, yeah, we need twigs as well. Have to keep grabbing those. It is kind of cool, though, you know? Like, some of the ingredients call for stuff that's not farmable with the mod, you know? I see you, Cold Zero. Okay, brass and copper, and we'll also grab silver. Daggerfall Internet 4 we had? Looks like it. Oh yeah, we could also use the berries, right? Yeah. I don't know, maybe spider venom. We might as well just take it for now. But yeah, let's get like 1 or 2 more brass and copper. Oh, sulfur was another item. Okay, that's the first time I saw that too. Good. Sulfur is also used for some more twigs is good. All right, let's see what we can actually craft with this now. All right, we could craft a reinforced door as well. Let's grab that. Let's see what that looks like. Portable storage chest. Yeah, we need that as well. I need pine branch and iron. Let's go get some pine branch real quick. Let me put this weapon on my bar here. Oh, actually, let's put this one. And the bow will go on number 2. Okay. All right, we need just a couple pine branches here. We're probably going to need a decent amount of this stuff, actually, so while I'm here, I'll just get more than we need, just in case. Actually, didn't I have a bunch in my wagon? Did I not? No, I guess I don't have it. I used it all. I got a ton of field stone, though. Let's actually put all of this in our wagon, so we got some space here. All right, we got 19 pine branches. Let's get a few more. Can you imagine if the Elder Scrolls 6 is as big as this game and all this got remade in modern tech? Yeah, it would be pretty insane. Yeah, I don't even know what to expect with Elder Scrolls 6. My expectations are like, I don't know. I can't even guess what they're going to go with. I guess people that played Starfield might have some idea of where they're going, but I didn't play Starfield. So it's been a while. And yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. It'll be interesting. I'll definitely be curious to see regardless. And I'll probably try it out just out of curiosity and stuff. It may not be for me in the end, but oh, we got a globe here too? That's so weird. That's cool. Let's grab that. But yeah, either way, it'll be exciting for a bit when it drops. Everyone's going to be curious. And then the modding scene is going to get to work right away, right? Everyone knows the modding scene is going to be really, really active when it first drops. I think the chest has permanent storage. Oh, nice. Even picking up the chest and placing it again. Oh, that's pretty sick. That's good, actually. Hanging plants. That's cool, too. I don't think I have green leaves. Oh, we'll have to go back to an alchemy shop and grab that. Parchment as well, and red flowers for a painting. Okay, I didn't notice all these. There was something I wanted. I forgot now. Portable storage chest, right? Yeah. First, let's check out the new door here. We got a new door. Reinforced door. Oh, I have to remove this first? Okay. Oh, yeah. It looks like a dungeon door. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. It's like the dungeon interior doors. Nice. Okay. Nothing matters in Starfield. Yeah. I've heard that before. You're not the first to tell me that. Yeah. I don't know. Will nothing matter in Elder Scrolls 6? I guess we'll find out. Let's put a globe in the corner here. Actually, let's put it in the library upstairs. This is the start of the library here. All right, this is cool. So this is like a decorative... This is so much like decorator mod, you know? It looks good, though. Good size. It would be cool if clicking on it would show the world map or something. I'm being super picky. Let's go back to the workbench and see what else we can make. Starfield is not that bad, but it does not have an Elder Scrolls game feel or a good space sim game feel. Gotcha, yeah. From what I saw so little of it, but yeah, it didn't really capture me. I didn't feel like inspired to try it even. And I don't really know what the modding content looks like too much. I've browsed Nexus mods for it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll try Starfield though. I'm sure the mods will continue to get good, right? Or roll the globe around. Can you hire an Argonian made for the tower? It's a good question, Cold Zero. Were you inspired by a certain book series? These mounted torches are really good. I'm going to grab one more. Oh, I can't make it still? I think I need more pine branches, maybe. The modding's still decent? Yeah, that's cool then. We definitely got to get a fireplace going. 6 field stone, 2 iron, and 1 sulfur. What do I need? I need iron, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, I need iron, okay. Let's go get some iron real quick. The writing is meh, but the bones of an RPG are there, unlike the 2 games they made before. Oh, gotcha, Phantom. Is there any kind of like interesting system that's unique to Starfield for RPG mechanics? Like when I think of Daggerfall, I always think of the advantages and disadvantages system. When I think of Morrowind, I think of the star or birth signs. Is that what it was? Though, did Oblivion also use the bird signs? I can't remember now. Are we even getting any iron here? Let's see. Just a little. Oh man, I was wondering what that was. I've never seen that before. That is the first time I've ever maxed out the weight of a wagon in Daggerfall. I was wondering what I was looking at there. I was like, why would I have to choose how much I drop? That's so crazy. I've actually maxed out the weight. I've got way too many of these field stones. Let's like drop some. Oh, I can't even pick them up, of course, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Whoops. I just updated the mod and loaded it to allow drinking from lake directly. Oh, that's sick, Smack Dragon. And fixed bushes, harvesting berries now. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, if you guys already installed this, there's been a small update like that, which is good. That's sick, yeah. Wait for fat discount so it doesn't feel like Todd Raju, yeah. I always have to grab stuff on discount. Modder hard at work, yeah, for sure. Love to see that. Yeah, this is so cool with the time scale though, Tabby, you know, like it's still nighttime. I've done a bunch of stuff, it's still nighttime out here. Really awesome. All right, now we can actually craft the storage chest. Let's take a look at that as well. I can hopefully put some of that stone. Oh, I already had one. Wow, now it's really feeling like Conan Exiles, where I would have like a bunch of storage chests in the beginning of the game. We got 2 storage chests now. Actually, in Fallout London, there's a joke book referencing another famous and strange mod. Book is called Lusty Frontier Maid. That's why I remember. Oh, gotcha, Cold Zero. Has a background system, but it lacks depth. Gotcha. Okay. People were saying it was going to be Daggerfall's spiritual successor before release, but it wasn't. People really just think Daggerfall is a procedurally generated content. That's it. Yeah, Eric, I do think there's a decent amount of confusion about what this game's all about. I will still sometimes get comments like, you know, there's nothing to do in this world and all that kind of stuff. And it's, yeah. I don't know. I'll sometimes see that stuff still. All right, can I go to my wagon? Oh, I have to go to my wagon and put it in my inventory first. That actually makes sense, but so this is a little storage thing here. We could put in, let's put our table in there and the wooden door we don't need. I wonder if also, does that mean the workbench can use materials from the storage container as well? That would kind of be interesting. I can only take 14 of these. Oh, this will take so long if I did it like this. This is my favorite nighttime music. Yo, what's up, Box Guy? This is my favorite as well. It's actually one of my favorite songs in all of Daggerfall, actually. I really like this one. This is the one that made me start thinking like deeply about Daggerfall's wilderness mechanics and design. I remember like really early, probably only like 40 hours into the game, and I was like, man, there's no other RPG that feels like this with the nighttime vibe and atmosphere so heavy. But yeah, the music's a big part of that, you know, building that atmosphere and stuff. What else did we make here? We also made something else. Actually, let's use some of our cooked meat here. Oh, I want to make a fireplace. That's what I want. Let me catch up on chat, though, quickly. I think you actually choose character backgrounds in Starfield, so there's that. Otherwise, it's a mix of Skyrim and Oblivion as far as how hardcore it gets. Gotcha, Phantom? Yeah. I think Starfield is most similar to Daggerfall out of all the Bethesda games. Interesting. It's fun to just travel around, explore local dungeons on the planets, and level up yourself, your crew, and your ship, which is basically your home. Yeah, it does kind of feel anti-Matsu that it is trying to be a bit of a sandbox, you know? That was at least my interpretation of it. I haven't actually played it, though, of course. I thought so at first, too, but I think Starfield is more like Fallout 4. Interesting. Plus, Starfield could be really cool if you loaded up with a bunch of mods, just like Daggerfall. Yeah, modding scene's always going to pull so much of the weight on making a Bethesda game what it is, in my opinion. The Raining track has been my phone ringtone for 10 plus years. Nice, Emma. Yeah, it's another great one. I really like the snow theme as well. There's 2 good ones that I like. I use it in the background of my videos sometimes, if you guys notice. Let's not forget that original Daggerfall was released unfinished. Oh, for sure, yeah. Honestly, just looks like the worst parts of Daggerfall to me. Gotcha. You'd think they'd have better procedural generation by now. Yeah. If Elder Scrolls 6 takes character building cues from Starfield, it'd be great. It needs better writing, though. Dear God. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I want to read some of the quest stuff. Now I want to roleplay as a fixer. You live out in the wilderness and wandering NPCs could give you quests. That'd be sick, man. Yeah, I think you literally could be like a, I don't know, carpenter, fixer, some kind of handyman role-playing. I mean, the hype map wasn't added by modders per se. The data was already in game. They just used it. Interesting. Yeah. I'm kind of curious about the writing. I kind of want to read some of the quest writing. Did your message get eaten, Van? Is it the one about the fixer? I see that one right now, yeah. If you have another one, it might have gotten eaten. But yeah, I'm kind of curious. Daggerfall quest writing is kind of funny too, though. But sometimes they're so unhinged, which I love. I think I gave an example in a short once. I don't know if you guys watched that a while ago. I made a short about one of the quests that it's just like a guy in a library was trying to set up some kind of hit on his wife or something like that, and then it backfired. And yeah, he's just like telling a stranger this. It's just kind of hilarious. Super unhinged stuff. It's like, how is this just like a random side quest? I was really interested in Starfield, but there was actually a Stargate mod for that. Like, oh, that's sick, Jack. Yeah, Daggerfall doesn't have too much of like taking on other IPs for mods. It's kind of interesting. Can I make a fireplace? I need probably more iron. Let's open up some alchemy shops here. Starfield's main innovation is zero gravity maps and shipbuilding, but the strange thing is that all the old systems are done worse in the older games, like gearing up and character building. Yeah, it's so strange. It's kind of like not surprising in a way to me, but yeah, it is a shame. I use DIAAM mods for music and ambient sounds. Yeah, I've heard about that, Tabby. I've never tried out any other music mods myself. So did it go through? Just didn't appear? Yeah, I think so. In my opinion, Starfield was boring, which is the worst thing anything can be. One or two quests that were memorable, that's it. Gotcha. Yeah. Quest where the Orc Shaman teleports you to a random dungeon at level 2 is always hilarious. Yeah. There's some pretty funny quests in Daggerfall, actually, because the writing was just so weird for some of them. Let's keep hitting up the alchemy shop until we get some more... Oh, some more sulfur is good, too, and we also need brass. Okay. All right, this will probably be enough here. Rainwater, we'll grab that. Yeah. Oh, there was something else I needed. Flowers. It was like red flowers, right? For the painting, if we want to craft that. I'm also forgetting to pick up the twigs. I gotta remember that. Let's actually spawn a few more of these shops just so we can grab some of those other random decorations. I think it was twigs and a red flower, maybe? All right, let's see. There's a Terminator Future Shock weapon pack for Daggerfall. Oh, that's kind of sick. I've definitely never heard of that before. They rushed Starfield, I think. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. In Starfield, all the systems actually work. They're just not organized into a single progression like in proper RPGs. Instead, they let you be whoever you want and do whatever you want. Interesting. Yeah, I've never taken a look at that, of like the actual systems. If I buy it, I definitely will. I think I will buy it someday, just out of curiosity. Also, I'd want to check out the mods. I think it took so long to make the game that the old heads left the studio and the studio lost the knowledge and game feel. Yeah, was it that long of a cycle? Does anyone know like the development cycle for it? Todd thinks people are zombies that just like looking at pretty pictures. But not RPG players, yeah. And the zombie emote. I use the Spotify soundtracks mod. How is that? Don't tell me not to grab it. All right, let's get a fireplace. All right, we got a fireplace now. So this is another way that we can cook. Where do I want the fireplace? Probably in the main floor if we're going to be cooking with it. Put it against the wall or something. Let's see how big this is. Oh, this is a nice little blocked area. Where do we actually want this? I think here is actually better. Man, that is cool. And okay, I think we can't. Can we cook on it? I don't think we can cook on it. That's interesting. I think you... Yeah, I think I can't cook on it. That's kind of interesting. Let's make some more cooked meat here. Do we need... Oh, there's also the bed rolls. I forgot about that. Don't pay more than $10 for it? Gotcha. It'll probably be $10 soon enough, right? What's it go on for like a deep sale? Probably pretty cheap already. All right, now we got 2 storage containers. We got a fireplace. I don't think we can cook on this, though, actually, interestingly. So it's mostly just decoration there. The globe is there, and yeah, we'll figure out what we want to do with the roof soon enough. Let's craft some more decorations, though. There are some paintings and other stuff, so that'll be interesting. What have we not seen? We haven't seen a pot. Oh, I don't have tin, maybe. We didn't see the books, but I don't have parchment either. Okay. A bowl candle. I don't know what that is. Standing candle. I need 1 parchment. Where could I... And red flowers. All right. So we definitely can get a red flower from the alchemist. Let's look for that. All right. We already got it. That's 1 red flower. And for parchment, I'm guessing like a general goods store will have parchment, right? Maybe a pawn shop. This is kind of a random item. It might take a little time to spawn this. Ah, we got it right away. Nice. All right, so now we can actually see what the painting looks like as well. I used Super Nintendo sound font mod for the music. It was so nice, but I felt like some samples were used too often, so it felt lacking variation. Gotcha. Yeah, I've yet to try out a music mod for Daggerfall, actually. If I ever get bored of it, then I'll go for it. I've not felt like too tempted to try one out, though. I'm sure they're really cool, though. I think my water is also disappearing. Or maybe the pure water is not for drinking. That's kind of interesting. Oh, maybe the rainwater is for drinking, but if you cook it to pure water, it's for alchemy stuff? I'm not sure. Let's get the painting going here. All right, so we could put this on the wall, I think, right? That's going to be cool. Yeah, look at this. Over the fireplace. I like that. Nice, nice. It is surprising. There's a lot of options here, like, honestly. On top of the fact that you have 3 different shelters you could choose from. A decent amount of decorations. You got 3 floors and a rooftop. A decent amount of the stuff is actually functional as well, which is cool. Especially, like, the beds, of course, and stuff. Oh, actually, my thirst went up. Maybe I drank it when I used that. Daggerfall arena songs are good? Yeah. That pure water's too good for the likes of your stomach? Yeah, it looks like it. I thought it kind of had to be cooked for, like, cleaning purposes, you know? Though, I mean, you can drink rainwater, right? So, I don't know. Maybe it's cooked just specifically for the alchemy stuff. Daggerfall is now Minecraft? Yeah, it really does feel like it. I can't recommend the Spotify mod enough. It's a good day's worth of effort to get it running and the playlist made, but now have several hours of songs for several different contexts. Yeah, that is really cool, Phantom. I didn't even know that was a thing, actually. I've seen a couple other different modding soundtracks or mod soundtracks out there for Daggerfall. There's one that changes the music to like orchestral, and I guess there's one that also makes it like... Someone mentioned like it uses the original instrumentation before it turns into like a MIDI file, I guess. Which I don't know exactly what those are, but yeah. Are the paintings of the adoring fan? That would be kind of sick, right? You could, I wouldn't? Yeah, it's probably good wise words right there. We got the crate, a barrel. What does a barrel even do? Do I need more pine branches again? I think I do. I got to get rid of so many of these field stones just to clear up my wagon space. And actually, I wonder, I don't know if, it's possible to craft from the materials in the actual storage containers. I don't know if any of you guys tried that out. I don't know if that works that way or not. I could put some of these in here anyway, just to try out. Especially because the pelts are pretty heavy, right? Let's do that. We can get rid of some of these torches. We don't need so many of them. I don't want this Archer's Axe user? Okay. The SC55 mod is best if you want vanilla soundtrack. I think that is the one that someone else... It might have even been you, Sandstorm, that recommended that to me. Yeah, I really should take a listen to them just to get an idea. I've never really felt like Daggerfall music is like grating on me or anything, even after all these hours, but I could definitely see, you know, wanting some variety. I've been away from the stream and now I can't believe what I see. Oh, what's up? You know, yeah, it's coming together here. We got 2 storage boxes, we got a carpet, fireplace, painting, we got wall torches, our crafting bench. You're able to rotate all these items. So I got a cool little rotated chair there. It looks like I've been working all night. The second floor is just our bed here. Third floor is going to be the library, so we got a globe there right now. And nothing on the top here. I could just put some... Yeah, let me make 4. I need more pine branches, though. Okay, let's go harvest some stuff here. We also got a reinforced door, which is a new door. And our wells are working hard here. We got some rainwater there. Make a new road. That would be really sick. Imagine we could do that, actually. Like, set up a road from our... Or at least some kind of dirt path from the entrance of our shelter and bring it to a town. And then also, you can activate travel options on it like you do with basic roads. All right, that's a little bit too ridiculous. That'd be crazy. This timescale thing is so funny, though, you know? We're still at nighttime like this. I love it. You got me thinking, Tabby, that I could do a timescale 1 playthrough and see how that feels. Especially because you actually, you know, when you do travel options, time passes pretty fast anyway when you do that, so... I think you would still get, like, the full feeling of the day and night cycle, but it would just be way longer. And the nights will be a lot cooler, for me anyway, personally. So this is the Ultimate Outdoorsman mod, it looks like. I'd like to see what people think using... On a character that moves around a lot. Yeah, that would be cool. What's cool is you could actually pack up any of this and replace it. It'll actually get placed into your inventory, which is nice. So if I just wanted to move this campfire... Well, actually, campfires are the one exception, actually, hilariously enough. But if I wanted to move this tent here, you pick it up, it goes into your inventory, and then you just place it again. And it's really cool placing the tents like this, because you can place these... Like, let's say this is my player home, right? And I go out adventuring. Let's say I'm trying to go to a dungeon. You can place your tent right outside the dungeon. That lets you save, because you can only save near beds with this mod. And rest near beds, I think. But, yeah, then you could use this as... like your safe place right outside of a dungeon delving. Then you pack it up and you go back to your main shelter, which is pretty cool. I mean, climate and calories kind of had that aspect as well a little bit, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Timescale 1 makes sense for a game this size. Yeah, I think so too, Emma. I've actually just never... I somehow did not know this was a option in console commands somehow. 24-hour stream challenge. Oh, man. I wish I had the energy. When I see streamers do stuff like that, I'm like, it blows my mind. For me, like a 4 to 5 hour stream feels really long. But I do think for like a special occasion, I could try to go longer. If I ever had like a very long stream, then we would play a bunch of cool stuff. We would play like some Doom mods, maybe Rise of the Triad, maybe Blood. There's a couple other games you guys suggested to me that are all like cheap GOG games I could pick up. Maybe some of them could be played together, actually, which would be extremely cool. I'd love to play some games with you guys at some point. Once the Daggerfall releases stuff, you know, slows down, which, I don't know, maybe it never will slow down with the way this, you know, has been going recently. But I think at some point it'll slow down. And then we could do some other fun games as well. Especially because I've just heard so much, you know, cool recommendations from you guys. And apparently I've missed out on so much gaming history by missing these games. So, yeah. I have to step out for a sec. Thanks so much for trying the long road. I'll go back and review the stream for everyone's session. Yeah, all good, SmackDragon. Thanks for hanging out here. It's great for when you go into big dungeons. Otherwise, you come out again after 3 or more days. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think about that either. Yeah, the original OST by Eric was composed and meant to be played on a Roland SC55, but most people weren't lucky enough to own one or have one on a computer. Gotcha. Yeah, I think Sandstorm, you're the one that must have told me about this before then in a prior stream. Yeah, I'm going to actually, this time I'm going to take a quick write down of this in my notepad here so I can actually check this mod out. I had forgotten the name after you told me it, and I didn't know where in the stream you mentioned it, but yeah. Yeah, I'll at least try that one because I think that could be cool. Not sure if it has any effect on quest timers, though. Yeah, that's usually okay for me. I usually don't pick up too many quests in my playthroughs. Stream period is exhausting. I don't know how people do it all the time. Yeah, me either, computer. It's crazy to me. Like, I could do 4 or 5 hours pretty comfortably, but after that, it does start getting kind of intense for me. Yeah, but some people can go like 12 or plus every day. It's really impressive. There's a random dungeon generator for the old Doom games as well. Oh, that's cool. Multiplayer Heretic sounds like a blast. It does. Is that, can we make, like, private lobbies for that and do, it's a couple different modes, maybe? Like, Team Deathmatch or Free-for-all or something? Is that how it works? I think Heretic's really cool for me. I love the idea of mixing, like, fantasy elements with these older style shooters like this. The only thing stopping me from using timescale 1 or 2 is the magic round system. Oh, interesting, Phantom. How does it affect that exactly? Is it making it, like, it must be making it super long, right? Like, your levitate probably lasts, like, actual multiple real-time minutes, right? That's interesting. I didn't think about magic for this. It also interacts with magic, like paralysis, too. That's funny. You'll be frozen for actual hour of real time. Ahoy, what's up, Turin? Welcome in. Finally on Twitch. Yeah, how's it going, Turin? Yeah, we got the Twitch set up now. I hope it looks good. It should be working okay. I got the multi-stream on here. Yeah, try to get some more people on the Twitch as well. Whatever you guys are more comfortable with, of course. But yeah, it's good to have those two options. Heretic 2 is a third person, but it had amazing multiplayer. Heretic 2? Oh, I didn't know there was a sequel. The sequel is not included in the remaster, though, right? It's just the first one. You guys ever played Unreal Tournament? I did. I think I played Unreal Tournament 3. That was the one I think I had when I was younger. Though I guess that's... Is that like an early 2000s game? That might be early 2000s. I can remember pretty well those games, though. I did play a little Quake as well back then, but I didn't put too much time into them, really. Heretic multiplayer is so much fun. We played it in a computer center in 1998. That's so sick. Do you 100% every dungeon or quit after finishing quests? What's up, Copernicus? No, I rarely 100% dungeons. Very rarely. I'd have to have like a specific reason to want to do that generally. Either after finishing quest or even sometimes just from looting a little bit, you know? I might go like 30% in, get some loot, get some skill ups in some of whatever key combat skills I need, and then just leave. Yeah, I almost never clear dungeons. Thing about Daggerfall is there's no like special boss, there's no special treasure chest at the end, so yeah. You're not necessarily really incentivized unless you just want to do it for your own sake, which is cool too, of course. I assume so. I know Doom definitely does, but I don't know if private lobbies are a thing for the Steam release. I kind of figured 4-person co-op. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Half-Life 2 Deathmatch is one of my favorites. Gravity gun battles are too fun. Yeah, I didn't play Half-Life either. There's a huge... I just wasn't into shooters that much when I was younger, you know? That's partly why I didn't play a lot of the cool boomer shooters, or even like Half-Life, or too much of the others. I played a little Quake, I played a little Unreal Tournament, but really very little. I think Unreal Tournament 99 might have been what I had, actually. Because it would have been like early 2000s that I probably played it. You played the worst one, I think? I'm not surprised. Yeah, Magic lasts forever, good and bad effects. Yeah, it makes sense. I set the timescale to 8. It's slow enough when I want it to be without making magic a chore. Yeah, levitate really becomes annoying if it doesn't shut off. Yeah, magic, yeah, levitate's bad, and so is slowfall. Slowfall is so bad. Slowfall, you can't even jump when that's on. So you're just waiting for it to wear off. But yeah, levitate is so slow as well. All right, we can make the the barrel now, right? Oh no, I'm still missing. What am I missing? Oh, it needs to be in the backpack or wagon. Okay, so just so you guys know, if it's in this chest, the storage container, it looks like you can't use them. Okay, that is very good to know. But the wagon's okay for it. Hexen Remaster allows you to play co-op with different classes. It's great. It does sound so sick to me. I mean, I really like the idea of the fantasy incorporation. There's really nothing else like that, huh? After Hexen and Heretic, is it called? Those are the only two that were designed like that, right? From back in the day, like actual... Oh, I guess, you know, there is one more. Though it's not a boomer shooter, I guess. That Wheel of Time game also kind of feels like an arena shooter. I know it's different, but it's also magic. Very old. I don't know if it's a very old game. Maybe it's early 2000s, actually. Yeah, that's the only one I could think of off the top of my head that mixes that like FPS with magic stuff. For like arena shooter feel, I mean, specifically. Heretic 2 was really building the groundwork for Jedi Knight. Interesting. Not a huge Half-Life guy, but when playing with friends who aren't used to stuff like Quake, Unreal Tournament's a good idea. Not too hard for newbies. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if someone's really good at those games, yeah, you're going to get wrecked, of course. What was I missing for the barrel? Iron? And, oh, no, it was just that it wasn't in my inventory. That's right. There's a Wheel of Time game? Yeah, Turn, there is. It's pretty old. It's a, it's like a first-person shooter with magic. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's out there. I think it's the only Wheel of Time game, if I remember correctly. Which is crazy. Now I feel like the series is even more popular in a way. The like, I don't know, the rise of like fantasy reading has gotten higher. I think a lot more people getting into it these days. I still don't have one iron. This is crazy. Maybe it's in this one. Oh, there's the iron. But I gotta drop some stuff off. Let's drop off the bear pelts. Okay. Oh, actually, let's also grab the pine branches. We need those. All right, we can make a barrel. That's kind of cool. This is just more decoration, I'm sure. An anvil as well. Oh, I already had a globe. Whoops, I shouldn't have made that. We need more sulfur for that. And hanging plants. Okay, we need green leaves and root tendrils. That's so strange. Okay. 8 is still 3 hours real time a day. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I kind of want to try the 1 scale just for fun. But maybe I'd actually just prefer in general, like somewhere in the middle at some point for most of my like playthroughs. Because 3 hours is pretty good, I think. Hexen 1 and 2 are very Metroidvania style games. Gotcha. So be prepared for that. Most people go in expecting fantasy Doom like Heretic. And I think it negatively affects their expectations. Okay, yeah. So you find upgrades that let you pass through like originally locked areas. Like a new type of spell that lets you open this green door, kind of like classic Metroidvania style. Guess that could be kind of cool too. I'm usually not too into Metroidvanias personally. It's a shame that Unreal Tournament 1999 is delisted and you can't get a copy of it without doing some shenanigans. The modern work that has been put into Quake and Doom has been wonderful. Yeah, I know some people, you know, it's kind of interesting that Doom's had that kind of progression as a series. How do you guys feel as Doom fans about the new Doom titles? Do you guys like that, or is it just too different for you? I think in general, people like it. I think that's the read I've gotten on it in the past. I know they're very different still, but yeah. Shooter, no guns in the books though. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Wait, I don't know what you're saying. I lost the conversation. My bad. Yeah, you have to get it illegally and patch it. Yeah. Multi-billion-dollar epic can't be arsed to respect its own legacy, man. Yeah. More like Dark Souls. It's keys instead of upgrades. Okay. Sadly, not so much items as it's keys and switch. I gotcha. Okay, that's interesting then. It could be a bit tedious. Yeah, I could see that. That is the main problem with Hexen, in my opinion. Interesting. That's kind of weird. I don't know what I would even compare that to. I can't think of too much other stuff. 2016 was pretty good. The other ones were too different. Yo, what's up, Dire Dork? Yeah, 2016. I heard that was probably the best from like the modern ones as well. But it gets for like there's some new ones coming out like all the time. I feel like I know the one that they tried to have like some fantasy elements. It's almost like Dark fantasy meets Doom. I don't know if you guys like that one. That one looked a little weird to me. I don't know if I'd be into that too much. The aesthetic was kind of cool, but I didn't love it. Kind of would prefer like the more classic style that it had. Though it is kind of crazy that they're like doing well enough to keep making them, which is really not the case with a lot of other like very old IPs like that, like very legendary gaming IPs. And if they are, they've like transformed into something completely unrecognizable. I'm no like hardcore Doom fan, of course, so I don't know, but I don't feel like it's a total, you know, rejecting of the classic titles. So at least there's something there, maybe that people could like. But yeah, maybe the hardcore Doom fans don't feel that way. They're too fast for me. I played the old one slow. Okay, gotcha. Don't like new Doom. Reminds me of Painkiller more than Doom. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played Painkiller either. They're excellent, though I haven't gotten around to Dark Ages. Gotcha. Yeah, I think they delisted the original Unreal, which was the first game ever made on the Unreal Engine series. That's crazy, yeah. Didn't they also temporarily delist like Quake Arena, and then some other company got it and messed it up? That's what I heard. Quake Arena was like kind of popular for a while, even though it was old, and then some company got their hands on it, I think, and ruined something about it. I don't remember what it was. Some kind of controversy there. Modern Epic is now just a Fortnite skin dispenser. Yeah. Man, Eternal is my favorite FPS of all time. So much skill expression, can't get out of the other two. I don't even know what... Oh, Doom Eternal. Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've seen too much on that game. Brutal Doom is the best. Is that the name of the title? I don't know that one either, I don't think. Oh, man, it's crazy. I got a lot of catching up to do with these legendary titles. All right, we need twigs. We need... what was it? We definitely need twigs. Oh, green leaves. We need green leaves. Alchemy shops should sell that, I think. It might be a kind of a rare-ish spawn. Oh, no, not that rare. Green leaves, green leaves. Okay, cool. Let's just grab them all. I don't know what we need exactly. We'll grab all these. Did anyone mention about Shadow Warrior 1997? I do know the Shadow Warrior series, you know, yeah, I don't think I played any of them even back then, but I know of them. It was a 1997 title? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it was that old. That's kind of crazy. It's only a year after Daggerfall, right? Tim Sweeney will never not be one of the lamest people that ever touched a video game. I grew up on old Doom, and I love new Doom just as much in their own way, though they aren't as timeless. Okay, yeah. I mean, I figured, yeah. They're legendary titles for a reason. It's going to be hard for these newer entries to live up to it. They rarely do, I'd say. You guys know that Fantasy Metroidvania Doom 2 mod? That sounds kind of sick, too. I think it's Night Dive Studios that do the modern boomer shooter ports. I really like what they do, especially with the Turok series. Oh, yeah, I did hear about the Turoks getting the remasters, or the modern ports, I guess, is what they're... better way to phrase that. Brutal Doom is a mod. Oh, okay. I think someone mentioned this a couple streams ago as well, for old Doom games. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Brutal Doom is a Doom that's been modded to be more brutal. I mentioned that Daggerfall is a good candidate for brutalification. Yeah. Probably thinking of Quake Live. I think they took it down for a bit. I forgot why. Yeah, I might be. I played a little bit of whichever one it was. If it was either Arena or Live, I played a little bit. Of course, I was never good at those games. They're just fun, though. The movement's always fun. That's what I like about those games. It's something about arena shooters that is that's like a unique property of those titles, you know? Everyone knows the feeling of how it is to move in those games. So satisfying. Lots of skill expression. Requires a lot of practice and stuff, so it's really cool. There's a reboot of Shadow Warrior. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know the original was that old, though. Which is the one that took the green leaves here? Oh, yeah, hanging plants. We want to see what these look like, and then let's get like 2 of these. That's kind of cool decorations for the library upstairs. A bench could be kind of cool too, I guess, for outside. I kind of forgot that we could be using this stuff outside a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that. You can get like benches set up, I guess. Kind of make it a little bit more lived in. Let's see here. bench. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Wait, a bench looking out to the water? That's way cooler. Yeah, if I had the sit and loiter mod working, which I don't, we would actually be able to sit with this and interact on it. Gary Bestis, what's up? Twigs seem to be a universal ingredient for everything in life. Yeah, it looks like it. It's kind of interesting with this mod because there's no way to actually farm for twigs, I don't think. If you have guaranteed loot drops mod, maybe Spriggans are guaranteed to drop twigs. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to test that. But otherwise, you kind of just got to find them in the wild off of random drops or from alchemy shops, I guess. I can't think of anywhere else where you'd get twigs. But it's kind of cool. If you do have the guaranteed loot drops mod, you could look for a dungeon that spawns a lot of Spriggans and just target farm them. You could reset the dungeon and keep target farming, which is kind of cool. I joined pretty late. Can you give me a rundown on this mod? Yeah, for sure. So this mod is... It's a bit of a survival mechanics mod, similar to Climate and Calories, if you're familiar with that. But this is more focused on like the modern survival game design formula, where you have a workbench that you craft. And from the workbench, you can craft all sorts of different decorations for your home. This home itself, I crafted and I placed specifically here. You could place it anywhere in the wilderness. Just has to be a certain distance from towns. There's different levels. We worked our way up to the tower here, but before we had the little cabin here. And before that, it was just a tent. But yeah, you can farm for ingredients. And the games, or the mod somehow recognizes, even though these are just like flats, you can see I'm getting specifically field stones from hitting the boulder. And if I hit a tree, I'll get pine branches. You could also get iron, some other stuff. You could pick wild berries from that stuff. Yeah, so it's really crazy. It's very cool. And we really never had something like this. And yeah, it's all about building up your resources. You can craft all sorts of stuff. Gives you like a player home out in the wild. It has some other like survival mechanics. You could also build storage things like this. But you can only save by a bed with this mod. This mod actually restricts your saving, which can be maybe a little controversial for some people. But yeah, it restricts your saving to beds. And part of why that's kind of cool is that you can make a tent outside of a dungeon, but you wouldn't be able to save inside dungeons. So it's kind of interesting. But, you know, if I was traveling outside, I can't bring my tower with me, you know? If I wanted to go explore a dungeon, you would set up your camp, which you can make with very basic resources, so it's kind of cool. It also comes with a field guide to read the instructions and the recipes if you're curious about stuff, of course. All right, let me catch up on chat here. You ever play Tribes, the one where you're skiing across the map super fast? No, I don't think I even know what that game is. Why are we mentioning old games? Has Thief series been mentioned? What's up, Erlen? I actually got Thief Gold on GOG for like free. I don't know if it was like an Amazon Prime thing. But yeah, I got that for free. Wait Not Dive is also supposedly remastering Carnivores 1 and 2. Two more titles that I've never heard of. Carnivores? But yeah, Thief looks cool. Thief will be a future playthrough for sure for me. If someone bundles 200 of these good old games together into one box, I'd pay 1,000 euros for it, depending on what game it is. Yeah, that'd be perfect for me, honestly. Considering I must have missed like a bunch of legendary titles, it feels like. This is one of the benefits of my viewers generally being a little bit older than me. Because I was just barely a little too young. I missed so much of this, like, you know, gaming history. And for a lot of them, I just didn't go back and play. I did go back and play a lot of the Infinity Engine games, though. Those were kind of my favorite. And, of course, some ARPGs and stuff. But I missed a lot of the classics. Specular lighting on the walls and models are a little strange to look at, but no big deal. Makes things look plastically. Reminds me of some mid-2000s PC games. Yeah, it is a little bit, like, clean looking. Like, very clean looking. Yeah, I know what you mean. It doesn't really look like any other texture in Daggerfall. Yeah, I definitely see that. If you do play with another timescale, you have to do the console command every time you quit out of the game. There's a mod for it that makes it stay in place. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's pretty fast. Not too bad then. But yeah, that is a little annoying, I guess. But I guess I could check out the mod. I probably would just type it in. As long as I don't forget, it wouldn't be a big deal for me. Textures make it look like a Roblox game. Yeah, I could see that a little bit. Yeah, textures in Daggerfall don't usually look like this, so it does stand out a bit. Tribe's a wild shooter. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of it. 42, 43, forgot my age again. I'm younger? Okay, zombie, yeah. This is the benefit, though. I can learn from the ancient wisdom. Funny how their shadows cast onto the flame, though it ought be self-luminescent. Yeah, I think there is some weird lighting stuff going on. It's also kind of weird because the windows don't actually shut. It's kind of like peeking out of here. But it's also making the walls look like there's outdoor lighting or something. It's kind of strange. But it's still really nice, though. I really like that they added a rooftop here. So it's 3 floors. I got the bedroom on floor 2. I'm going to make the library on floor 3. But yeah, then there's actually a full rooftop lookout, which is really nice. I don't know what we put up here. If the decorator mod ever becomes compatible, we'll put like telescopes and stuff. But yeah, pretty cool. What's up, Josh? Does this conflict with climates and calories? Actually, no. Weirdly enough, I haven't tested it, but this is just what I heard. I heard it actually is working with climate and calories, and you got to put it in the load order correctly. I think you want this underneath it. And they're working on some more compatibility with it. So I guess the one thing this mod doesn't have, if you like the weather conditions, like in climate and calories, you know, when you get wet, you have to go by a fire. If it's too hot, you have to take clothes off. If it's too cold, you got to wear more, you know. If you like that stuff, this mod doesn't have those mechanics. But it does have everything else, basically. It has the hunger, has the thirst, has the resting. It restricts your saving to beds only. So it's got all that stuff. You like Devil Spider's Fault? Yeah, Gary, I've heard this a bunch from people. I actually bought it because I heard it so much. And we'll probably play it on the stream one day. Once Daggerfall's new content slows down a bit and I get some of the next Let's Play episodes out, we're going to be streaming some new games and stuff. Finally found someone older than me. Maybe a stargazing mod lets you look through telescopes. Yeah, Jack, I would love for... I don't know how hard that would be. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard. But, I mean, I'm not a modder. I could be wrong. But could you imagine if we got a telescope from Decorator that was actually, like, functional? You click on it, and then you can see out a little bit. Especially when we got this cool little area by the bay here and the boats there. But, yeah, I'd love that. My age number did increment today, and while I'm thankful for being on here enough, I was getting to the age where I'm like, can time stop, please? Yo, happy birthday, computer. Hanging out with me on your birthday? That's cool. I appreciate that. We could also make another well. You could really farm up the water, the clean drinking water, if you needed to. There's only one painting right now, and I guess we didn't check out the anvil. Can I make this right now? I'm missing something. Let's check out the alchemy shop. I think I'm missing lead. Actually, this is a good question. Does it conflict with forging mod? I would assume no, honestly, because forging mod is kind of I don't think it's doing anything that this would do, but what I do wonder is if the forging stuff actually would affect this. Like forging has a fishing option, right? So I wonder if the raw fish you get can be cooked on these campfires. I would guess no right now. But I think otherwise it shouldn't conflict, but I don't think they really interact either. Maybe some things do, though. It does work with common calories, but you'll end up with two simultaneous hunger and thirst systems that don't feed into each other for now anyways. Oh, okay, Techno, you tried it out? Yeah, it's good to know. I think they're working on that, making it compatible. I would invoke the original Deus Ex, but of course it goes without mentioning that everyone here has obviously played it. Everyone but me, Erland, but I did buy it this year. I was in a bit of like a cyberpunk vibe, and I thought that would be the best game for me to play. Actually, I did the training. You know, in the beginning, you could do that training thing where you go through the different rooms for Deus Ex. I played through that, and I was already feeling it. But yeah, the Daggerfall content has taken me away from it. But yeah, Deus Ex is also on my list for sure. You think the mods are going to slow down? I honestly don't know. Not for a little bit, honestly, because I already know that Vox is working on another really sick mod that I'm going to have to cover. And other than him, we're still getting updates from Linebeck on wandering NPCs. We're going to get updates from this mod, I'm sure, as well, which I might want to check out depending on what gets added. Let's just grab all this stuff. We don't know what we need. Yeah, I don't see it slowing down anytime too soon, honestly. At least not till like the end of, maybe somewhere in September, maybe towards the end of September. Thanks, I guess I can disable CNC for trial. I just like the heat and cold mechanics too much. Yeah, Josh, that is missing from this mod if you like that stuff. Yeah, that's definitely not on this one. If I could be 28 forever, that'd be great. Yeah. Live stream your experience with the game for Deus Ex. Yeah, that could be cool. We're going to be doing some new games on stream once the Daggerfall content slows down. I also just want to get out some key, kind of like, I don't know, I'm putting a lot of work into this tutorial video for Daggerfall. I won't spoil exactly what it's about, but I want that to be good, high quality, and I want it to be like a resource people can use for a long time for Unity settings and stuff. That's going to take me a while. I got some of it done, though, already, but it's slower than I was expecting, I would say. Got to get that done, and I got to get the Druid playthrough started, at least. But yeah, I feel like every day some cool mods are coming out that I got to check out. I forgot what we needed. We needed something for the anvil. Can't figure out what it was now. Please put what you prepare as a player house mod. I would happily use in my playthrough. Oh, this mod here, you know? This one specifically here? This is called The Long Road. I'm not sure if you're talking about this one. But yeah, I could write it in chat anyway because I haven't mentioned in a while. This is called The Long Road, though, this mod today that we're checking out. You know, if you like Diablo and mechs, you might get a kick out of Brigador's early access sequel. Yeah, it's so weird, Zombie. I actually don't really play ARPGs too much anymore. I grew up really liking Diablo 2. And I do come back to Diablo 2 specifically. And I played some Grim Dawn, I played some Path of Exile, but I don't really stick with them too long anymore. Yeah, it was something more specific about Diablo 2 for me rather than the genre itself. Though it could still be cool to check out for sure. Just visited Deus Ex since the OG experience. Highly recommend. Yeah, I heard amazing things about it. I'm like, I haven't got anything spoiled for it yet, so it's kind of cool. It'll be nice to get into. Especially when I'm in like a narrative mood, you know. Shpan, do note that the Game of the Year edition of Deus Ex accidentally released with glitches and imbalances, not present in the original release. For example, plasma weapons were nerfed into oblivion. Interesting. Is that, I don't know which one I picked up on GOG. I probably must have picked up the Game of the Year edition, right? That's probably what they sell, so that's probably what I picked up. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't see that any, or I didn't notice anything like that. I didn't actually look at like reviews though. But yeah, it's good to know. Glitches as well. That's interesting. If you want to play in I'm Sim, either play System Shock Remake or Prey, but don't read anything about the game, trust me. Yeah, I heard the System Shock Remake is really good, right? Like, extremely good. I heard some people say it's like the gold standard of what remakes should be. Keeps like everything intact that was important to the original experience, I heard. But yeah, I've never played either one of those. Prey I've also heard about a little bit, not too much. I've heard more about System Shock. I say it's the best soundtrack in gaming as well. That's sick. Yeah, I always appreciate a good soundtrack. I'm downloading a Skyrim mod list and hanging out here right now for my birthday. Nice. I played disc golf yesterday and again, it wasn't blistering hot outside. Yeah, it's been hot here as well, like really hot. That's sick though. Appreciate you hanging out with me on the birthday. That's cool. And happy birthday again. Disc golf. Oh, that's cool. You ought to use some kind of unofficial patch. I'm sure there's some floating out there. Yeah, I'll have to look that up then. I guess I meant aesthetically, it's really just an isometric destruction game gotcha with max LK and pre-rendered graphics. There's some tactical nature too. Okay, so it's not like a actual ARPG then. It's more about the perspective and art and the vibe, I guess. Tactical nature. Okay. Yeah, I don't play too many ARPGs anymore. But isometric, that's always cool. I play a lot of CRPGs still, of course. Speaking of mechs, I wish the Mech Warrior games had source ports. Couldn't get them to run well last time. I've also never played the Mech Warrior games. Probably gonna be fixed with mods. Yeah. Just arrived. Did you survive the survival mode? What's up, Possum Billy? Yeah, we're actually... Take a look at this, Possum Billy. Feast your eyes on this really sick tower that we built, which you can place anywhere in the wilderness. And now we're just harvesting resources so that we can build up some decorations. We put the house there. That's our workbench. We got the fireplace built. And yeah, the setup is really, really crazy. This is a super impressive mod and really unique. We're eventually going to build a library here. But yeah, we got this tower all built up here. We got the reinforced door now. We got some wells that'll give us water slowly over time. We also had a little shack that we built over here, but we scaled up from there. So many good games, no time to play them all. Yeah, absolutely. Too many games, too little times. Yeah. And it's actually pretty cool. If I bring up the thing here, when you place anything, there's all sorts of, there's like a unique UI. So, yeah, it's really nice. This is completely unique to this mod. I've never seen anything like this before. This functions a lot differently than Decorator. But yeah, you can place something like this. You can pick it up. It goes back in your inventory. Very cool stuff. But yeah, we placed all this stuff ourselves, decorating it. Immersive sim. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I was wondering. Immersive sim. Yeah, immersive simulation. Is Might and Magic Dark Messiah an immersive sim as well? Does that qualify? Too many games, too little time. I played Might and Magic Dark Messiah a bit. Probably finished like half of the game. I didn't finish all of it though. I was waiting all of 2026 so far for Skyblivion to start a new Skyrim save, but we haven't got any news for it recently. I'm itching at the neck, yeah. Dark Messiah is immersive sim? Yeah, okay. So I get an idea of how this genre is then. I like that game. That game is cool. Using stuff like Ice Spell to trip people and they slide off into their death was hilarious. It is very linear though, yeah, absolutely. It's just, some of the interactions are really funny in that game though. Technically? Okay, gotcha, yeah. That might be the only one I've played. Yeah, I was following the Skyblivion YouTube stuff. It looks crazy to me. I mean, I'm definitely going to be tempted to try that out. There's also Skywind that's being worked on as well, I think, right? So I got an obscure one, King of Dragon Pass. That game's make you superstitious? Yeah, I've definitely never heard of that either. The chests are adorable, yeah. There's some people that hate the immersive sim definition. They're wrong. Someone working on an SDK and a co-op mod for Dark Messiah. That's kind of crazy. King of Dragon Pass is amazing. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard of this. Is that a DOSBox game or something? That sounds like one of those old RPGs that would have been on DOS. I think I'll rest here just to give you guys a break from the same music. I just realized I'm playing the same music here for like 2 hours. Let's wait till daytime. What's the time outside here? Okay. And what's up, Robbie? I don't know if I saw your message earlier, if that's the first one you put in the stream, but welcome. Let's do a little endurance, a little personality, I guess. Doesn't really matter. It's just a test character here. All right, now we got some new music, but this music's kind of loud. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Oh, look at this foggy day with the ship out there. It's pretty cool. They look like one of the Skyblivion devs on Reddit said they're shooting for release by the end of... Really? But the original goal was end of 2025. Okay, yeah. Huh. I actually was not expecting 2026 at all. But I haven't been following the development stuff too closely. But for some reason, I just always thought it was like a still far away project. But I guess if the original goal was 2025, then yeah. Looks like it's already been like delayed once. Man, that's interesting. If that's the end of 2026, I'm definitely going to try that out. King Dragon Pass. I almost forgot about that game. It can be really unforgiving if I remember correctly. I don't know anything about it. It's not a RPG, or is it an RPG? Didn't the devs make a new one? Now you need a Starship in Weather Mod, and you'll have NMS in DFU. Will you try Light No Fire? What's Light No Fire? Man, I'm so out of the loop on these projects. Why would you want to build a fort and have a home like this, though? In Daggerfall, aren't you constantly traveling thousands of miles just to find anything? Not really, Robbie, if you have a modded version of Unity. I guess if you're playing like a mostly vanilla version, then yeah, that's probably true. But yeah, most people have World of Daggerfall project. Most people have wandering NPCs. Most people have warm ashes for emergent encounters. You know, tons of people doing stuff like right outside my house here. We got a whole ship. I can trade with them. I can plunder them. I can, yeah, try to capture him. I can sink the ship as well. So, yeah, but if you have no mods, then, yeah, it won't be populated with too much, honestly. In which case, then, yeah. Vanilla Daggerfall, you're mostly dungeon delving if you want to do that kind of stuff. But even with this mod, you can actually collapse the whole shelter, and you can bring it somewhere else if you want. So let's make a save and test that, actually. Oh yeah, I'm restricted from saving to my bed here. Okay, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think we got to save again here. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some people won't love this, but you can collapse the entire structure. Furnishings stay where they are. That's kind of funny. That's crazy looking. I was just curious. We'll load our save up. But you technically can move it if you want to. Light No Fire is, it does look like they're pretty much done with Scott Building. Oh, yeah. Other than the tedious work that the antiquated creation kit forces you to do. Gotcha. That other game engine just do automatically like nav meshing. Yeah, that sounds like a hassle. Light No Fire is the No Man's Sky one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of this. Okay, I do know this game, yeah. Second game from the makers of No Man's Sky. Yeah, gotcha. I've heard of this one. I watched that trailer that released. Medieval high fantasy sandbox by developers. Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be cool. Yo, what's up, Miro? Hey, so far I'm playing vanilla Unity for now. Just to experience the original feel, but after that I'm going full mods. It's like a fun one. Yeah, absolutely. I highly recommend this. It's already been updated to add some new ways to get water and stuff, but yeah, this one's crazy. There's really nothing else quite like this right now in Daggerfall. Yeah, Miro, I would definitely recommend grabbing World of Daggerfall project, travel options, basic roads, some of the staple mods that really help Daggerfall feel like a more fun to explore place without making too many points of interest. One of the beauties of Daggerfall, of course, is that the wilderness is very open, and it's like, you know, you sparsely run into stuff, I should say. But yeah, those mods are nice. They add some points of interest. You'll have bandit camps, orc fortresses, shrines. Yeah, Warm Ashes also is very good if you want boat stuff. Does this mod work for the VR version of the game? Oh, hey, what's up, Jimmy? I have no idea, to be honest. I've actually never used VR stuff. I didn't even know Daggerfall had VR stuff. You have all stuff in the chest? Yeah, there's a decent amount of stuff in the chest now. Not everything, though. What's kind of weird is that the workbench stuff, if it's in the chest, it won't craft. It has to either be in your inventory or the wagon. My wagon's like full on weight here, though. They're scaling down all the proc gen to one planet. Who knows if it'll be good or not? I'll check it out as long as survival crafting stuff isn't required. Yeah. Light No Fire looks class. Can't wait to play it in 2050. I wonder if someone will develop this mod to an actual building yard. Yeah, maybe. Right now, there's just 3 structures you can build. It just released, though, like a few days ago, or a week ago, I should say. Wonder if dev need a writer for their mods. I love to write. Yeah, that'd be sick, Tabby. I would love to see someone kind of try to go for like a really narrative-heavy quest mod. I know there's been some for Daggerfall, But yeah, I would love to see some more of that. It's something that doesn't happen too often. And I kind of understand why, because Daggerfall really is a sandbox. But sometimes it's fun to center one playthrough around like a heavy narrative option. But yeah, there's not too many, I guess. Thanks for the tips. I've subscribed to you. Hey, I appreciate it. So almost any of the interesting mods or channel stuff with the mods. Yeah, I got a ton of mod showcases, honestly. They go back a while. My newer ones are probably best to watch. I do have some old ones that are still relevant, but some of those are kind of older mods. And Daggerfall is having like a moment these days where there's just so much new mod content coming out. So you got so many options as a new player. Wonder, how does VR work in a game with so many billboard entities and objects? Yeah, I have no idea. I didn't know that, even though there was any VR in this game. Is there a mod where you can have muskets or flintlock guns in Daggerfall? I don't know if there's guns. There probably is. What there is, there's some crossbows. And you could use a crossbow with the explosive arrow. So if I spawn an enemy here, let's spawn a bat here. And let's say I have, let's put our fire arrow on. Actually, let's do explosive arrow. If you got like a crossbow and then got this, I missed my shot. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, it's kind of like an explosion shot there. I don't know. That might be the closest I can think of off the top of my head. But I mean, there could be some mods like that. I haven't looked at everything, of course. Castle building, yeah, I know. It almost needs like a tier 4, right? With like a couple more blocks on the ground level, and then like some of those tower types, circular tower types. I forgot what those are called. Cool ship, yeah. This ship is really cool. Turn. I like how it's, functional too. There's a lot of cool stuff with this. If we go over here, these ships will spawn out in the bay. There's so many of them. You can trade with them. You could try to plunder them. We're not going to do that though. It's actually pretty difficult. The balancing is for higher level characters for sure. But you don't have to do that. You could just also trade with them. I'm having a little lag out here because I also have warm ashes that spawns interactions and stuff, but yeah, you can trade. I feel like we got a good sense of this mod though now. It has also recently updated though. So I think the mod author changed it, so right now you can't actually drink from the water. I think you'll be able to drink from the water with a new update, and there was something else he added. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it's already been updated, which is cool. Keep in mind, you can only save next to your beds in this mod, so that might be a little limiting for some people, depending on how much of like the survival mechanics they really want. But yeah, a lot of craftable stuff here as well. I think we've basically seen most of it. Oh, the hanging plant. Let's check out what the plants look like. Let's put that in the library here. All right, there are some hanging plants. I really like this new UI thing. These are cool. So these are also in the decorator mod if you guys ever tried that out. I recognize this design here. And if you don't want something where you placed it, you could always just take it off. It goes back in your inventory. Is there an option to turn bed saving off? I don't think so right now, Zombie. There's not too many options. If this is the full options, it's possible that there's more options in the main Unity startup page, but if this is all of them, then there's just this. But I didn't actually check the Unity page, so I could be wrong about that. That might have other options. Maybe that same thing could be a toggle option. Yeah, I think people would like that. That's surprisingly good looking for Daggerfall, considering some ponds with like blue carpets is native. Oh, the water? No, that's actually from a mod called, I think that's what you're talking about, the water, right? It's called animated water is what I'm using. And animated water is really cool because you can control all sorts of aspects of it, from the wave size, the frequency of the waves, all that stuff. The painting, I don't even recognize this painting from the decorator mod. I don't know. Maybe it's also from that. The Daggerfall expanded textures, I should say. Yeah, the hanging plants are pretty cool. We could put it over our workspace or something, or... The things, they hang kind of low because the ceilings are kind of low, whereas like a lot of player homes are kind of taller. They got more height, I should say, so yeah. That's also why some of these hanging torches are kind of rough to use. You can see, like if you try to use this, it hangs all the way to the floor, basically. There is a way to shorten these with decorators, so it's possible the mod author could use that tool to shorten the chain to like right here, which would probably be okay. I guess they have a couple options with that they could use. Oh, for animated water, can you post your settings for in Discord? Don't think I can make it look good. Oh yeah, for sure. I've actually been bouncing back from a couple different options. Yeah, I'll post that in Discord for sure. Let's see. What do I even have it on right now? I don't think I have it on default. Yeah, it's kind of cool. You can actually change it mid-game and just take a look at what it looks like, which is cool. Like you could just... Actually, let me take the screenshot first. And then, yeah. But yeah, you can change it, you know, mid-game and it'll immediately react to it, which is cool. You can get some crazy waves and stuff. I don't know how intense it gets. And actually, I don't think this is... This looks like some kind of... yeah, this is actually from Iliac Puddle No More. And this is from Animated Water. I really like how Animated Water looks. Yeah, we could swim out a little bit here with the console commands. Now if I change it, it's kind of weird. There's two different water mods because of Iliac Puddle. Iliac Puddle has water near the shore, and that's just part of the mod natively. And then animated water goes everywhere. You can even see animated water in towns with like little puddles even. But yeah, we can now fool around with this. Sorry if I missed this one, but what is the main purpose of having a home? Can we store our items there, and does it become a place we regularly return to during the game? Yeah, you know, we can craft, you can craft some storage boxes there, which you can store all your stuff. But yeah, mostly it's flavor stuff, really for just like supporting some kind of roleplay option rather than, there's not too much functional use. I guess there's some, the functional use kind of is for itself, like the survival mechanics, you know? Otherwise, there's not too much outside of that. But yeah, you can change the animated water settings here. What happens if we pump all this up just to get an idea of what this looks like? Yeah, even like the verticality of the wave height and the frequency. I don't know, I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, see how much it's... Look at how much it's moving now. And super fast. This looks like a pool. Someone jumped into a pool or something. Yeah, so you can fool around with this to get some crazy waves and stuff. Yeah, it's also permanent storage. Yeah, exactly. Even if you pick them up, so that's kind of nice. The thing about the wagons in Daggerfall is they have so much weight. It's really rare that you would, you know, run out of weights. But yeah, if you do for some reason, or just prefer not carrying everything in your wagon, then you can organize those containers into different things, you know, like maybe one container is all your alchemy stuff, one container is all your weapons. So it's kind of cool to have that option as well. Organize it a little better. No crash. Yeah, no crash this time, which is a miracle on my channel here. But yeah, I'll definitely post the animated water settings. I didn't fool around with them too much. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What are the default settings for animated water? I'm kind of curious real quick. I might have had it on default, yeah. But in the past, I didn't. I actually had a setting I liked. I'm going to try and look for my past settings. Because I had it on default before. Or I'll try to recreate my past settings, actually. And then I'll post it tonight at some point, because I actually like what I used to have. I'm not sure why it reset. It might have reset when I disabled it, actually. Yeah, I can find that. I can definitely find that. The water features in towns would look so much better if they were slightly recessed by a slight step. One moment you're walking towards weird-looking ground, then you're in water. Yeah, I know. It is a little bit... it's definitely not perfect with how it's set up right now. Yeah. It is kind of weird. I don't know if I even have Iliac Puddle No More activated, and yet still I'm seeing how the current like divides here. This is the divide between Iliac Puddle No More and animated water. Unless it's changed. It could have changed. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, you can see I don't have it on because there's no ocean depth. So, I don't know. Does anyone know? Did animated water get changed so it uses this new type of like shoreline waves? I don't know. Because I always thought this was specifically for Iliac Puddle No More. But yeah, I think otherwise we've seen it all, right? I don't think there's really anything else left to check at the moment. The mod author did mention that he only has 1/3 of the decorations done yet. So, yeah, I guess we didn't check out the anvil, but we know what that looks like from Decorator, right? There's only one carpet right now, and the pot, I guess, also we didn't see. Most of these come from, I would guess they come from Daggerfall expanded textures. Yeah, candlestick is kind of cool too. I guess we could place this on one of the tables. And it'll be good to test if this looks the same as the other ones. Yeah, it looks like it's going to. I already recognize the icon in the inventory. Yeah, definitely. So I think with that, we might wrap up here on the stream for today. This was really cool, though. This actually was way beyond my expectations, honestly. Yeah, the tower looks great. This is actually my favorite part of the mod, is building up the shelter. Really mostly like a flavor thing. Of course, there's some functional stuff, but this is really for like role-playing certain concepts. Giving yourself like a player home in the middle of the wilderness, which you can't do right now in Daggerfall, right? But yeah, I think we'll end it here. This week, I'm still working on the tutorial content for Daggerfall. A little bit of like a Daggerfall Unity tutorial stuff. It'll be like a settings overview, all sorts of stuff. Happy 4K day, Shpan. Now you and Televisions have something in common. Yeah. Thanks, Erwin. Yeah, thanks you to all of you guys, you know, actually. Yeah, I hit 4K today on the channel. Really, really crazy. I honestly can't believe it. When I uploaded that first Daggerfall video, I had 10 subscribers, and it's just crazy to see this now. I'm always grateful. And I always appreciate the support. And the live stream's been a lot of fun for me. I'm really hanging out, really enjoying the hangouts and the chats and all that. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because when I was doing the videos for so long and I did the first stream, I was like, you know, I don't know if this format will be good for mod showcasing, but I think it just turned out to be even better than doing videos, honestly. Next stream back to your playthrough? Yeah, I definitely want to get back to that, Tabby. I definitely want to do episode 3 for sure. Another 5-man. Thank you, Tabby. 4K? Yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't know what I did to deserve it. Yeah, man, thanks, Tabby. I always appreciate the support. Let's give that a little heart in the chat. But yeah, next stream, definitely. We're definitely doing the Thief playthrough, and it's kind of cool. The Thief playthrough is not going to be that long, which I like about it. We've already got 7 of the steel items done. And we're literally right outside of the initiation quest for the Thieves Guild, which is cool, because I have a couple different mods that affect the Thieves Guild. I want to show you guys what the actual location overhaul looks like. I covered it a very long time on the channel. My channel was so small back then, though. But yeah, thanks again, guys. 4K is absolutely insane. Always appreciate you guys hanging out with me in the stream as well. And yeah, if you want to join the Discord, we're pretty chill here. And you could always ask me if you have issues with your Daggerfall stuff, any kind of mod issues, you could always ask me about that in the Discord. Either I or someone else could probably help you out, as well as I post my mod list there. I'll post my animated water settings sometime tonight. I'm going to find the old video where I had that set up. I liked my old setup. And yeah, also just like general chat and stuff. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Take care. I'll probably try to go live tomorrow. It might be a shorter one, depending. I got some things to do tomorrow, but I'll try to go live. All right, take care, guys. Thanks again. For compare this to Team Rushes, that I guess 8K is the next target. Yeah, maybe. All right, now I'm signing off. Take care, everyone.